Death Watch.
Okay, so we had left off last time. You guys had traveled to Saldaea and into Meridon, and you had foiled some kidnappers in kidnapping the innkeeper's daughter. You'd also gotten some information about the Aes Sedai that are in the city right now.
Yeah, being different than the ones we hunt.
You know that.
Yeah, I know that.
You may have even been in the tower when it was announced she was leaving, her and her group. Who knows?
How many freaking months ago was that now? What is it?
A long time ago.
At the beginning, weren't we like 3 months on boat?
Yeah, just about.
And then we were like 2 weeks in the ways.
Yeah.
So that's almost another month there.
Waterways.
And then you guys traveled across land for another, like, almost 2 months. So you guys are almost half a year gone.
So we better start heading towards the fields of Marilor now.
Yeah.
You guys won't make it in time. Dark One wins again.
Ah, dang it.
All right. You guys had just gotten done questioning the kidnapper, if I remember correctly.
We just got done executing the kidnapper.
True. After question.
And then they went back with what's her face?
Yeah, innkeeper's
No.
daughter.
No, we went
No,
away.
we're in a different city
We're
now.
all the way into
Yeah.
Saldaea.
Yeah, that's Meridon.
Yeah, that's not where the innkeeper's daughter was
That was
kidnapped.
Bandar
That
Was
was
it?
the town before.
that was.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
shit,
in
man. Sorry.
South and Domani.
Yeah, I started mixing
Yeah.
everything together.
We killed a bunch of bandits on our way to,
Yeah,
That's
and
true,
3
that's right.
Trollocs.
and 3 Trollocs.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's right. All right.
I and
Yeah.
You guys are at the inn in...
we were listening to. We were buying drinks for the officers, trying to overhear stuff
right.
about the Aes Sedai.
And you guys had found out that, what is it? They're going to be escorting Tame
Right.
through one area, and I think Falk had also found out something like that. Like he wanted to
Yeah.
see the false dragon being
Yeah, I was
escorted.
being investigated as a dragon sworn.
Sworn.
Yeah. Jeez, John, you up my bass or something? What the hell? I sound like an Ogier over here.
No,
Just talk a little slower.
it's right where it always is. I can
Maybe I'm just hitting the microphone right or something.
drop it. Because I
He is playing
barely
Adina.
move yours.
What was that, Justin?
You are playing Adina, so dropping the bass a little bit might not hurt.
You son of
That husky Domani.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just that you're not doing the
It's
accent right
it's
now.
all
But-
you, man. I can't tell the difference on that one.
Yeah, I think we'd found that they were not doing any kind of procession, that they were leaving through the south gate quietly and discreetly after the snows stopped. That was their plan.
Yeah, and you guys had also found out that that gate was going to be closed.
Yeah, and they weren't going to let people travel south for a few days beforehand.
Yes, it was that way. No one could waylay them. Yeah. What would you like to do at this point, as you had just gotten that information?
I guess if we can't go south, why is everyone looking at me?
He was asking you.
I'm the bumbling idiot that just got caught by the guards.
Well, aren't you guys the ones all out currently drinking and getting information?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should probably be getting released right about now. So I'll head back to the inn.
Okay.
Grumpy Bumpkin barely even knows where he is. I mean, look at the way he's dressed. Andorran accent, Iliana clothing.
Yeah. Actually, I wonder if I still have the Tarboner clothes from when I played Race
manservant.
Manservant.
What would you and Cho'Gath like to do after you've gained your information?
What information did we gain?
Essentially the same as Paul.
I think you were the ones that, because you were drinking with the guard duty.
Yeah.
That was
We're
it
trying to
around Tame? I
discover-
think you lucked out and got guard duty around Tame, guys. And that's where
right.
they started talking BS
Yeah.
when they got drunk.
Well, I know Cho'Gath had a plan that
Involved a barrel.
I just can't remember.
Well,
what
I
the
was
aim
going to mention the Aes Sedai and see if they would
Right. So that's what we're trying.
grumble
we're trying
about them.
That's right. The ones for hunting, he was going to do the old trick,
Yeah.
or try to get Rafe to do the old trick for him of, I once knew a girl with, like, and a
Scriber.
scribe. Yeah.
The one I met with is probably the one that went off on her own, though.
Well, you met the others. You all dined with them.
I thought I only
You
met
only
with-
dined with one of them, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
dare not offend 3 ladies at one time.
We had a fairly short dinner too.
Just dine with one and offend her by asking about another.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, if we can maneuver that, I'll try to describe the one I met as the Aes Sedai that got away.
He doesn't really give you what you're looking for. That he just pours you some more drink and tries to console you a bit.
Well, we tried. Let's go back to the inn.
Okay.
All right, so it'll be 2 days before the snows stop enough for them to leave.
Okay.
Is there anything that you guys would like to do in that 2-day time?
I guess I'll try to get eyes and ears in the palace and see if I can, I don't know. What is it? I know that the Aes Sedai in there are not them because they're the ones on Tame, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they might be lurking around there, I guess. Maybe, because they might be after Tame, I think, is...
Yeah, as far as the trail for the Aes Sedai that you guys were following, I mean, it's just disappeared. As the only mention of Aes Sedai are the ones that are the talk of the town right now, in their garden Tame.
Do I have any idea
Sugar.
what Ajah they were?
Um,
Is that how that's pronounced?
I think so.
Let me see if Nadira had said anything to you about that. Well, you know they're black.
Well, yeah, but right now that's not a
Yeah.
thing you go about saying. They're still in full denial mode.
Um,
I'm going to see if Rafe will help me pen another letter to my family.
no, you do not know what Ajah they were.
I don't want to go to that damn palace. They'll snatch me up. Well, we don't have anything, so I guess we keep checking for the 2 days. Maybe do some gather information.
Well, that's my plan. I'll be too antsy at the fact that the trail's gone cold to just sit on my coattails. So I'll pin his letter and then I'll just walk around the city by myself if need be.
But depending on how bad these snowstorms are, regardless if they're
yeah, we might.
cleaning the streets, it might be kind of bad. But I don't know, like...
Well, as a Terran, then I'll bar the door to my room and have a weapon on me at all times.
Because of snow.
Right.
Sitting there with your crate of pears.
Pears.
But I don't know, like, I don't know how, I try not to do it with metagaming, I guess, but like, there is a false dragon here that is captured, and we have 2 black sisters, two, like, coming here. It might be that. So I think that's what I'm going to go with and try to find information about that, right? Like, have anyone been snooping around? They'll probably point to these 3.
Okay. Go ahead and do your gather information.
Yeah. 20.
Okay. So the information that you get is that that there hasn't really been anybody snooping around, mainly because there's a total of 8 Aes Sedai in there, and there's 4 watching him at all times, and they're pretty interested if anybody's asking. Same with Bashir and the Queen Tenobia as well. So anybody that does ask pretty much gets snatched up and questioned for being Dragonsworn. That's what they're worried about.
Found this one Lomix that...
Yeah. You hear the story of this Andoran poor kid. Shouldn't have gotten mixed up with that fool.
Maybe I should go with my original idea, which was try to get eyes and ears in the palace and get them informing for me, like anything suspicious or weird. But I don't know if I got time with 2 days.
Yeah, I think that would take a bit longer to set up than the 2 days that you got.
Well, so do we plan to shadow the procession?
Well, we don't even know if that's what they're here for.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? And so far, we can't find hide nor hair of them. So we might just have to wait for an event.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can train with some of the guards that I met while being interrogated.
No. Cho'Gath not good enough for you? He could kill every guard.
Well, yeah. But still. And then if any of them are doing like scouting missions out around the city, I'm starting to feel a little antsy in cities these days.
Okay. Anytime that you offer your assistance with scouting or anything like that, or offer to train, or even ask, they just politely decline.
Oh. But I have a
you can gather
masterpiece
pretty
for you.
quickly. I mean, this is a pretty tight-knit town here. The only people you see in this army and participating in military activities are Saldaeans.
Yeah.
You don't even see any other borderlanders that can participate.
All right.
They are nice about it, though.
While I'm walking around gathering information, any random channeling going off?
You can fill it from the palace, and that's
Dang.
constant.
Yeah. What is it, 8? So probably like, 4 holding a shield?
Yep. As they rotate them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, you don't feel any other channeling in the city. You could suspect that any female that can channel enough to sense it knows that there's constant channeling going on in that palace. So probably best to not mess around.
Well,
Just on the off chance that they Aes Sedai rush the gates.
like hordes of trolls.
Yeah.
Slavering women. Draped in red shawls.
Yeah.
Fingers hooked like claws.
Noses turned toward the air.
Is there any price increase on items here?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Because this is, even though the city's a little bit crowded right now, it's not crowded because of refugees. It's crowded because no one can go south. So merchants, travelers, and they're just not letting anybody through. So they all have to stay here. But that hasn't increased any of the prices in the town.
So the southern gates are closed?
Yes.
Well,
They
there
have
you go.
been to anybody wanting to leave through there. If you walk in through there, that's fine, but you can't walk back out. The other gates are open, though.
Would have been nice to know before we got in here. We could have left Falk out in the wild or something on the south gate. Cover that trail.
Well, just on the chance that they might want to leave ahead of time so they can cause trouble with the procession, I want to go ask those guards if any Aes Sedai have left through there. Because, like, if they want to get out ahead of them.
No, they say that no one has left through the gates, not even Aes Sedai.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to go back to the inn and order a bunch of food and just relax.
You guys want to do anything else during that 2 days? Did you want to do a gather information still?
I did.
Oh,
Right? 20.
did you want to do just one day? Or was that kind of like an overall you were thinking?
It was like
okay.
an overall. I figured that's what you were asking for. I'm more than willing to roll again if you want, but
Yeah, so the next day, go ahead and roll for that too.
that's a whole lot better. 28.
Okay. So, what information are you trying to get, I guess?
I guess I would say, do I know what race they were or what nationality? I've seen them.
Yeah,
I think.
Hey,
she.
Taryn?
One was a Terran, one was Kerheen?
So I
Kerhine?
can't be looking for my
Kyrian?
sisters.
Kyrian? There you go.
Yeah. I was thinking like Cairo,
Yeah.
right?
As, one always throws me off. And the other one, hold on a second. I'm sure it'll say something in here.
Maybe I'll go with like an ant or something. Maybe try to play like something like that, looking for an ant, and then essentially do what Cho'Gath was having Rafe do with the I once met a woman, or I once knew a woman I loved so much that had hair like this and blah blah blah. Except I'll describe
Tara Bonner,
who cares about
Taryn,
her.
and
Her-
yeah, what?
Kyrian.
Kyrian. There you go.
Actually, it's Kyrian.
I'm just going to point to you from now on, and you just know that you got to say Kyrian.
Yeah, so like I'm looking for a distant aunt, and I don't know, maybe like maybe they're both distant aunts from two separate like noble families. One went Terran, and the other went Kiririn. And the third, just in case, went Tarbonner. So like, yeah, it was like the family was just throwing out marriages left, right, and center, and that's how that happened, basically. Be the cover story. So they're all my aunts.
Okay. So you don't find any information on them at all. It's the same thing. No one's really seemed to have seen them, or can remember seeing them in the town. You do get a little bit of information about the schedule for that they're going to be leaving about noon tomorrow, and that the gates are supposed to open around. So they're going to be leaving around about noon, and they'll open the gates later in the night.
What are you writing to your family this time, Falk?
Telling him where I'm at, that I've seen the blight and the fought Trollocs.
Are you taken to lying a little bit?
No, I have seen the blight, and I have fought Trollocs.
They're just not going to believe you.
We're a little south of the Blight, though.
Yeah.
A ways, aren't there mountains between?
But I saw the mountains that are the blight.
Close enough.
But yeah, tell them what we've been up to since 10. I think the last time was Tanchico.
Yeah.
So, yeah, tell them that I helped rescue a kidnapped girl, and
I think
I helped.
I think you're just really, really role playing Rafe rubbing off on you.
No,
As you begin to embolden and exaggerate your stories a little bit, add a little bit of character to them here. Otherwise, boring tale of journey.
just trying to tell all the things that would make my family proud of me.
Look how
that we've been
dedicated
doing.
he is to staying in character and role playing that.
But Rafe will embellish it.
Yeah, right. What he writes and what I say might be two different things.
He probably doesn't
Merodon is a
actually know
cold
how to write.
place.
Just scribbling.
Okay, so they're going to be leaving an hour before noon. The roads are supposed to be open to travelers an hour before dusk.
Set up an ambush. Right as soon as they
Are there
leave
any
the palace
houses
gates.
on the
The
route
next day.
out of town?
What's that?
Are there any houses on the route out of town? Any oil
Well.
nearby?
Sure, there could be.
did just buy some oil.
I don't think that'd be a good idea. But
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. It took me a second there.
It's the only maneuver we know.
Actually, I
you've
don't need-
trained them well.
I don't need as big a fire now. So I could probably do it with I don't know, campfire. No, what can I do?
So if I throw a burning flask of fire and get a nice little thing going, you could blow up the world.
Yeah, so I need a bonfire now.
Okay, so the 2 days passes pretty uneventfully. You get the little bit of information that you can, but really everybody's just anxious for the roads to open up. So it's not like an official procession or anything, but if you guys do want to view the delegation that's of Aes Sedai and their supporting Saldaean army getting ready to leave, you can.
Yeah, might as
I
well.
will definitely do that.
Okay.
Yeah, keep an eye out on the crowd and the Aes Sedai that are shielding them and see if we can find the sisters. It's not a bad idea.
Okay.
It's a good thing Cho'Gath thought of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I had mentioned that actually before. I was in my room alone.
So the city is buzzing with activity as the Aes Sedai, Bashir, and 2 companies of cavalry prepare to leave within the coming hours. People are saying the Aes Sedai have no wish to wait any longer than necessary to get tamed to Tar Valon, and the Saldaean army is no less anxious to have them gone. So it's gathered, crowd is gathered just because this is the only thing to do in this town right now.
Watch people leave.
Well, they're
the
taking
unlucky
a false
ones.
dragon with them.
Yeah.
And look at the procession that went
Right.
through
No,
Caitlin with
I get it.
with Logain.
Yeah.
This is just a lot more dreary.
And this one went on a little longer than
Yeah.
because he actually messed some stuff up, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did. He made a mess.
Yeah, he was in the prison for quite a while.
Yeah.
So, where there were people who were generally happy in Camelin, no one's happy here.
That's real medieval. They're like hitting mud with a shovel.
Slapping water with a stick.
Brushing their dirt walkways with a broom.
Yeah.
I know that didn't match either of those, but it's the same thing. Useless labor. Why the hell would you sweep a dirt walkway? Man, that made me so mad when I saw that. In,
Go to keep the
was
path
it
clear.
Flintstones? That
Yeah.
horrible Flintstones movie?
It wasn't horrible. It was amazing. Had Halle Berry in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, She
Okay.
played the same character she almost always plays.
Fine
So-
with me.
Seductive temptress.
Yeah, well, isn't that she's just... Aren't they all, like, biographies?
Yeah, I guess a documentary.
You
Yeah, there you
can
go.
you can identify the 4 that are shielding Tame very easily, because they're shielding him. But you only see 4, not 8, in that group. They have him. They have him manacled when they bring him through. He's locked in a cage that's mounted on a cart, and they don't bring him out until towards the time that they're ready to leave. There are about 100 Saldaean cavalry who go out ahead, and then the delegation goes, and then there's about 160 that follow up at the rear, along with various serving men and women, personal guards, and anything else like a traveling army would need: scribes, hunters, things like that. So after they all leave Meridon, it's there's a void, you're immediately sad.
So we didn't see any of these Aes Sedai.
No. You see the 4 that are shielding him.
Right.
But
What about spot checks to check the crowd? That's what we were there for, was seeing if any of the Black Sisters were possibly there too.
He's just saving us the time.
Just saving us the time.
Not finding what's not there.
So we show up and we're like, no. They're not here.
Probably disguise themselves as old crones beating dead cats against the stones of the wall.
What?
sure.
Was that a Monty Python reference?
Yes, it was.
Well placed.
All right. So, yeah, they leave. People start to disperse from the area and go about their business, grumbling still because they can't go south yet. But you guys will have until dusk tomorrow, as they'll open the road 1 hour before dusk.
Should we go charge the gates?
Yeah. Well, why would we even need to leave? What are we doing now? We can't. We lost them. So.
The mission has failed.
So wait, I'd say we actually need to decide what we're going to do next.
Well, I guess we could write Sheena
Yeah.
that in where we could communicate with her from and see if we get a response. It could still be months, but it's probably our best bet.
Okay.
So our noses must have been out too long in the cold.
Maybe I'll go seek a fortune teller.
Was it some sort of what is a hedge witch in this world?
You guys did overhear part of the conversation that Sari and Jacob Kerding were having in the Silver Breezes was about the false dragon in Saldaea. So you can assume that that's why they're coming this way, right?
Yeah, we assumed they had something to do with him, but we didn't spot him in the crowd.
Yeah.
So maybe we should follow the procession.
So just wait till the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard or been able to scrape up any sighting of them at all in Saldaea.
It's a camp. We should be able to stay on their tail. Or, I mean, a large
As
procession.
the last you guys had heard, they had moved through, what was that, Bandar Eben, and
They were coming this direction.
they were going this direction. But
Right. Well, I guess we could just try to follow the tame procession then.
you sure you don't want to follow the rowdy one?
No. Yeah, I doubt they'll try anything during like marching hours.
Yeah.
So
Right.
one of the other things I wanted to do while I was here was get my horse fitted for some barding.
Might take longer than 3 days.
Okay. It wasn't going to be full plate. It was going to be banded mail.
Does it give you any type of estimates on that?
20 minutes.
No.
20 minutes.
Or it's free.
There's a
immediately.
They just have it. It's a capital city. Went down to the horse barding store.
Yeah.
It's a problem.
It's 50 gold crowns. It's not a...
No, it's a lot more than that.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Look it up.
Yeah, it said it's twice the price of normal armor.
Yeah, which
And-
normal armor in which game?
Normal banded mail is 25 gold crowns.
Exactly. I told you. 50. Double. Listen, anytime
I
you
don't know
want
what I was thinking.
a machined part, it's a minimum $50. Anytime.
Get a long bit of mail that goes down to its hooves so you can't see him trotting anywhere. Just looks like you're
Floating.
hovering
Yeah,
around.
it'll look like
Did you watch Monty Python and the Quest for the
says
Holy
that a
Grail
horse's
recently?
armor costs 4
They didn't have
times what a
horses in
human.
that movie.
Oh, wait.
Really?
4
'Cause in the
times.
barding section, it
Weighs twice as much.
Hmm.
Time for a prescription.
it also
increase.
says armor costs also... costs... Okay. I read that wrong.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised at all if it said 2 different things in
Yeah,
the book.
No joke. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait a little bit to... I'll have to kill some more people and get some more gold crowns.
Let's go farm some gold. Grant.
Yeah, let's go kill some Aes Sedai.
I need a weave that turns people into gold.
I thought that was Rend.
Yeah.
Oh, it allows us to access their gold easier.
If you just bellfire them.
But I want them to become gold. Preferably Andoran crowns, just immediately. They just fall into a pile of Andoran crowns. But maybe they keep their meaty inside.
You could do your weave experiments at our soup kitchens.
On orphans and widows.
Well, they're already having their faces
Just
made into
get
clothes.
some hide barding.
I'm not opposed to
Only
that,
15
though.
marks.
It says I'm lawful
No, I'm
good,
gonna wait
so...
for-
Yeah. So,
Wait a sec, I better...
For
Lawful.
banded. I'm almost there.
Almost. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just a little bit short on it.
Okay. So nothing really happens up until the point where the gates open. When they do open the gates, it is bitterly cold outside. It's still winter. So
we're already outside, so
Yeah,
we know
like they
that.
got a roof on this thing?
Yeah.
on the inn, yeah,
Oh, the gates of the inn.
Okay.
the gates of the inn.
You're talking about the gates of the city.
Yeah, I was saying that they're opening them, but it's
Yeah.
bitterly cold outside, so no one leaves.
Well, I guess the wall would cut the wind a bit.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference.
Yeah, wind ain't a joke. It's really not. I want to see you identify that more often. Okay. So,
What's the wind?
The
like?
wind this close to the blight isn't one that you want to hear, though.
yeah, it's not a beginning, but it is a beginning.
Yeah.
Dang it.
That means that we got to start over. Thanks.
Dang it, Brandon.
That's okay. I'll give all my stuff to Cho'Gath's son.
There you go.
What's your character's name?
I'll
Son
meet
of
you back
Cho'Gath.
here at this exact time on a different timeline.
Like, build a house with Cho'Gath as your last thing, and we can bury all of our stuff in the floorboards.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
then come back with our kids.
It's like that treasure chest in Torchlight. You know.
Yeah.
We should play a generational D&D one
I don't
time.
know. It seems like a lot of work.
Yeah,
Well, I
you have
mean,
to
you
live a
would
whole
shorten
life and then
each
die.
person's life or whatever.
Okay, we go out the gate.
It gets even colder.
Okay. Now that you're away from the wall, the wind starts to blow. There you go, Brandon.
I knew it. Anybody buy an umbrella?
They don't exist in this.
Are you going to tie it to your horse so it
Yeah.
goes faster?
Hold two umbrellas out to the side so the wind doesn't touch me.
What if it
You can't
comes from
refute it,
behind?
huh, Justin? You can't refute it.
Well, that no is trying to picture Cho'Gath,
Just like your round
a
dirt.
soldier riding his horse with two umbrellas, one out to either side.
Yeah, right. But why would I have one out to either side?
Yeah,
Is the wind coming from east and west?
It is near the blight.
Well, you can easily fix that by having 4 held out to each side.
But maybe we should think about if we held it out to catch the wind, it would help us move faster.
Works for boats.
Yeah.
and it's snow outside, so I bet if we put skis on and had like one of those big parachute things.
I can actually kind of control the wind.
Yeah.
So
All right, so Joe, you're
Rumor,
inventing.
rumors abound in the south of some crazy people in the north making a wind cart.
With skis on their horses.
You know, we
Wow.
should just erect a mast on the pommel of the saddle. Like,
I love it. I love it. Forget following these stupid Aes Sedai.
let's just become inventors
So,
and go to
Anybody who's ever traveled with an army before, Cho'Gath, Falk,
Rafe.
maybe Rafe. I don't know.
Adina.
Closest I've probably come is was that a camp follower joke there, Brandon? Would be merchant trains.
Okay, yeah. I mean, anything that large moves real slow, right? So even though they have a day on you, you know that it's not going to be difficult to catch up to them, even if you
Snail's pace.
pace. Yeah, snail's pace it out here.
Well, I figure we stay out of sight in the day and then ride up at night to keep an eye on it.
That doesn't seem suspicious at all.
Yeah, that way they don't worry about
No,
it.
Yeah.
don't worry. We'll dress in wolf hides and howl.
as crones.
No, why else do I have this dead cat in my
Right
pouch?
up to the site, to a sight line, to line of sight, not up to the camp.
To like where we see their fires.
Correct.
Now I just get this picture that's Rafe and you guys are like dressed as old crones looking over like a clothesline or something or a tent.
Some sort of partition.
Yeah, just like peeking over right in their camp though.
Some guy bathing down there.
Like 7 to 10 tents deep. You guys are just watching. Oh man.
Oh, dang it.
All right.
Far enough away to make good use of my looking glass.
Oh yeah, I'll blow my horn.
We got to use our new item.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I can channel light, so it's like a lightning bolt brightness. So,
All right.
So when you get close, you'll announce yourselves with the horn
Blow
and a
the
flash of
horn.
light.
yeah. I'll put it on the end of his telescope or his looking glass.
That's how it look. That's how it looks on video games.
Nice.
You know, have you ever noticed if you look at somebody through binoculars, like when you're real close to them, it makes them uncomfortable?
I wonder why.
Yeah. They just get uncomfortable.
It's one of those things they don't tell you it's going to be an uncomfortable
That's why I always
Yeah.
stick
I mean,
to
why would it be?
at least one street away and some bushes around me. Right? Don't want to make someone uncomfortable.
Yeah.
All right. So the roads are clear thanks to everybody who cleared them.
They're the real heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to thank us. We weren't them.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not thanking you.
You were looking at us, though.
I know. It's because I'm talking to you.
Well, that's a first.
So you guys be able to move it at normal speed. How many miles would you like to travel tonight?
Well, we're going
the
to have
same
to,
that the camp
pace ourselves to the camp.
Yeah, we don't want to get in.
procession. I should say.
So you take
Sure,
like
yeah.
5 steps out and
Take
you run
camp
into
right
the back
outside
of
the wall.
This is far enough for today. Well, I mean, they just moved a ton of people through there.
Fighting Trollocs.
Those ones at the front are pretty far up. I don't think you guys quite understand that.
But at least Trollocs.
So
come
wait,
to
I
you.
thought the gates didn't open until dusk of the following day.
Yeah, that's exactly when they open. So they're a day ahead of you.
A full day.
Yes,
And they still...
but they move like a mile a day.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's something
So-
ridiculous.
After we've caught up
Looking
to
it
them
up
and
right
passed
now.
them,
Well, they would just be.
Shogoth, do you want to
burdened
ride
by
ahead and
the
kind of
slowest
scout the land ahead of
of
them?
Were we planning on passing them?
I don't
think
think
so.
so, but we might have to just to keep up appearances. Maybe start cutting into the woods or something. Go off road, slow ourselves down.
Like
Although,
maybe...
might be a good idea when we're caught up to scout out around. Because if these are Black Sisters and they have some designs within this camp, then
Have we divulged that they're Black Ajah yet?
oh no, you're not to me. So I always forget what
Well,
I don't know.
I don't think anything's going to happen. Ever. I mean, how many soldiers are with...
Don't give up, Sugar.
There's about 260.
It's 2 companies, right?
Yeah.
So we think that someone's going to attack them on the road? I don't.
Well,
What if we just...
Although, what if they had, like, we're close to the Blight. They
Yeah.
could have brought enough Trollocs down. It's not like it's just going to be the 3 women charging the entire army themselves.
Okay. So why don't we just get, like, ahead of them and then keep them in sight at all times?
okay.
Or off to the side of them, but it's going to be harder to travel off the road.
I don't know. I'd prefer to not reveal ourselves to them if able. Like, we're probably going to get seen by scouts, but
Well, I imagine we could blend in with all of the merchants that are no doubt going to catch up and pass them.
dang, we shouldn't have left our wagon behind.
So
Oh, the cart.
Yeah.
yeah, they will make it 16 miles in one day, as you guys should easily be able to do 24 or more, maybe.
Well, it's because they're Saldaea and strutting. Plus, aren't they, like, tiny? Not like Kirkirine and tiny, but
All right, so then we just need to decide we want to range out ahead of them or stay behind them.
yeah.
So how far do you guys want to go tonight?
I think we should just catch up to them.
Okay.
Not directly up to him. I choose my words carefully.
What are you talking about? I want to camp in their camp.
If we get too
Safer that
close, John will cutscene us.
You get drawn into the camp.
So what, you guys would make that in about 4 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's already dusk, right? Because we're leaving at night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll get up to him and I'll...
Okay. So, the road of you guys are the first ones, the only ones out. Actually, if you look behind you, no one else left, as they all decided to stay till the next day. But it's very clear, comfortable traveling conditions, other than the bitterly cold wind that's constantly blowing your cloaks away from your body. But except for Cho'Gath's.
Don't forget it.
As you guys start to lay down the miles there, you can see the camp from a distance away because of all the campfires, and it's pretty well lit. At that point, you'll be... What's the range on your looking glass?
It just effectively doubles
Oh.
line of sight. And you'd have to look at spot to see what... And then they might not even have it in this book. But the DM's Guide for D&D gives you maximum ranges depending on terrain and weather conditions.
Let's see if it's on here.
It's random.
It should be on the Google.
Well, I know I can see forever because I can see stars at night, and they're billions and trillions of miles
true.
away. So there is no limit to line of sight.
Role player logic. Can't argue with that.
The only thing that would stop it is curvature of the Earth, which we know is made up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
held down by magnets.
yeah, so I wonder how come we can't see all the way to the other side of the Earth if it's not curved.
I
Well,
don't think you're seeing the stars. That's a violation. They're beaming the light into your eyes.
Yeah. Well,
how
so
can
without
they
my
see
permission,
my eyes?
if you're telling me they're still there if I close my eyes,
I think
Ah.
so.
yeah, give me a break.
Is anything there after you close your eyes?
That's
Look,
why
this
Brandon's
isn't,
afraid to fall asleep at night.
this isn't Wheel of Philosophy. It's Wheel of Time,
Different existence
which
every
is a
time he wakes up.
philosophical construct.
That's true.
So every 10 feet of distance is a -1 to your spot check.
10 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it 100.
So that means
But-
you would fail taking a 10, anything that was 100 feet away.
Yeah.
So would we double it for your looking glass, or?
So I can see 200 feet.
Yeah.
Well, I was just saying, would we?
But the truth is
It became fat.
that I just actually turned it into a little kaleidoscope.
Cow goes moo.
But yeah, so as you guys are a few miles away, you start to see the lights. Well, probably a bit more than a few. That'd be about right. About 2-3 miles. Probably see some a camp that size
I don't know for sure. Probably.
at night with
Yeah.
all the fires. I'm sure.
You tell us.
I just did. I said I was sure. And I will fisticuff anybody who wants to prove me wrong. Yeah. So I'll let you guys, or at least I'll stop cutscene mode at that point. You do see pretty easily there are scouts that go from the camp to about 1.5 miles back and out in all surrounding directions as well. And overall, a lot of activity around the outskirts of the camp, but not in the camp itself.
Well, I'll watch it for a time. Are we going to do like watches and what have you.
Yeah, like standard watch. Yeah.
Take my scrub second watch position, so I get just enough sleep to not be tired after my watch is done.
You're taking second watch?
I think that's the one I usually take.
Yeah, I take the last one.
Yeah, I take third. And then Dill. Who was Dill?
Whoever he's taking a
He
fancy
was taking
to.
it with Rafe after that miraculous Trolloc melting
Yeah.
arrow shot.
Strange things happen this close to the Blight. And we don't actually know how Trollocs die, like every time. Right? They're things of shadows.
Yeah, how many have we killed by now?
I think
A
that's
dozen
like
or so?
6.
It's not enough data.
Did we
killed
fight
it-
some in the waves?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
it's probably,
okay.
Yeah, you did.
So yeah, we might be up to a dozen.
All right. So you guys, did you want to make a camp then, or
Yeah.
just an impromptu stand
Suppose
by
no
the side
fire,
of the road and
though.
watch?
Yeah, we're gonna skip the fire, but we'll settle down here. And
Okay. What's your watch order?
well, Adina goes first, and
Okay.
then after that you got Rafe, and then after that you got Falk, and then after that you got me, and there ain't no need for a watch after that because then we're up.
Okay. So, Adina, then we'll start with you with spots.
Just 2 spots.
Yes, there's I think
17
here
and
thing there.
21.
1721
This is a 10.
and Rafe. Yeah, it's like magic, man.
You still have this applesauce here.
There we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the one you left on the
Magic.
counter.
My God, that's kind of freaky the way
It
that
is.
occurs.
Put your little kickstand out on the back.
Well, I'm not going to try to kickstand it here. I'm
Oh.
probably going to try to find a spot over there.
Rafe, sorry.
10 and 6.
10 and 6.
we're dead.
Falk.
7 or
Oh, thanks, man.
I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at hide, move silently. 19 and 24.
And Cho'Gath.
Spot
2 spots.
23, 22. I mean, and 19.
Okay. And you guys aren't going to like scout out the camp or anything tonight, right?
Not the first night.
Okay. So Falk, I'm sorry. So I guess we'll start with Adina. Adina, your watch passes pretty uneventfully. You see it's a pretty consistent pattern that they have to their scouting around the camp there. And they're pretty high alert for being so close to Meridon still. They have reason, though, as Tana
Yeah,
had a
they-
pretty large army. So,
I'm pretty sure there's 4 people following the camp.
well,
Unbeknownst.
what he had like thousands of people in his army, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he had a huge.
Yeah,
army.
he had a huge army, and not all of them bailed on him. Rafe, your watch passes uneventfully as well. Falk, the second half of your watch, it's the night itself is pretty clear with the moonlight, and the scouts are still making their patterns. You see, though, about half a mile up the road, off to the side, what looks like a group of people standing in the trees. Or by the trees, sorry.
Okay. I'll when I wake up Cho'Gath, because you said that was during the second half of my watch.
Yes.
Right. I'll watch them for a little while, see if they make any moves or anything, and when I wake up Cho'Gath, I'll point them out to him.
Okay. Yeah, you easily spot them. Like you wake up and immediately turn to them. Like, oh, right there.
There's some people in the trees.
Yeah, so he points them out. And they've been there for a couple hours, and they're just it looks like they're doing pretty much the same thing you guys are, though. Is just watching these scouts.
These scouts must be pretty horrible at their jobs.
Well, they're not trying to hide.
Okay.
Yeah, they want to make their presence felt out here.
Okay.
And that's why they're riding around with like torches. And...
No, I mean the scouts spotting the two groups staring at them.
Oh.
Well, it's not like we're riding around with torches.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you guys just happen to be a bit further back than they decided to
Yeah, and we're still further back than they're sending out their scouts, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so we're over a mile and a half out.
be. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're not a danger to them.
Yeah, 4 people against an army is probably not a huge thing, but
Yeah.
so
They stay there for another couple hours if you don't do anything with it, and then you just see them kind of melt back into the trees there.
Okay. Now, when do they do that?
A couple hours after you're woken up
So
for your
it's
watch.
Still dark?
Yeah.
Okay. And can I get how many? At least how many torches can I see?
Oh, so those people don't have torches.
Okay.
You happen to Falk happened to catch them by moonlight.
I got you.
They're watching all the Saldaeans that have torches.
Right,
As
okay.
it almost seems like they're trying to put on an overwhelming presence, right? Mm-hmm. It's just a show of force so that no one tries, basically. You guys had both seen total of 5 people
Okay.
that were there.
Right. Well, I'll just keep an eye out, and then once they disappear, I'll just look back from time to time.
Okay.
But I'll mention it to Rafe and Adina when they wake up that there are some other people watching the camp. I don't know who they were or what they want, but it looks like we have somebody to watch out for out here.
as we travel today, we should go by where we saw them.
Yeah.
See if we can
Suss out any
see
detail.
any clues.
So as your watch is ending and the sun's starting to rise, you can just start to see. If you look back up the road, little specks coming down. Is what you'd imagine to be merchants.
Yeah, people finally leaving town.
Yep.
That might be a good idea. Maybe we could
So,
hire on with one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, if they catch up to us.
So morning comes, and do you guys want to watch their preparation?
Yeah, what else are we going to do?
Okay.
Want to do anything else?
Can we ride around like the outside of the scouting area to get to the area where we saw the people last night?
You wouldn't need to ride around, and you could go half a mile down the road if you wanted to, or just off to the side. It would take a lot longer because of the snow.
Yeah.
But the quickest
So-
way would be just when you go past it, take a little trip.
Okay. You want to go check it out?
Yeah.
So with their morning preparation, it's pretty efficient as they get everything packed away. Then they have their forward, can't think of a word for it.
Vanguard.
There you go. Their vanguard go out and start clearing the way ahead. The delegation's in the middle again. They have the majority of the army in the back, and then further back, there's about 4 dozen Saldaean
Rear guard.
rear guard. Yeah.
That's how I'd do it.
So that puts it, and they're pretty consistent with the length in between. That puts about 2 miles where you'd hit a rear guard.
Right.
Okay. Before you'd hit the actual delegation. Okay, so did you guys want to do anything before scouting that spot?
No.
All right. So it's pretty easy to find, and the snow is still fairly fresh. So when you go there, it's not. You can tell there were quite a bit of people, but not because of like there's a ton of tracks everywhere. And it looks like they came there, stood there, and didn't really move, and then walked back out in their tracks again.
Okay. Which direction did they go?
So they would be. Let's see.
And they're all human tracks, right? We don't see any Trolloc tracks or.
Yeah, they're human-sized boot prints.
Okay. Notice he did not say they were human tracks.
Just human-sized.
Human-sized boot tracks.
So that would be off to the west along the road, is the way that they go in.
Do I need to even make a track check to follow them in the snow?
You wouldn't. And yeah, it's they're pretty obvious tracks.
All right, so
So do you guys want to follow them, or do you want to follow the army?
Cho'Gath, how about you and Adina follow the army and me and Rafe follow the tracks, or vice versa, whichever. Just to
Well, okay, so it's not like we're going to lose the army if
True.
we all go.
Yeah. We might lose our chance to...
And could we determine about how many people were here?
Yeah, there's 6 different sets of tracks.
Right, so we might be better at full strength. I mean, we know where the army's going.
yeah, we should be able to find them pretty easily again.
Yeah, I mean, there's I think like 2 main roads for Saldaea. One of them goes straight to Tarvalon, and
And then
the other one goes to Eridomen. Yeah, so and you know they're not going the Eridomen route because they didn't leave through that gate. Neither did you.
Or did I?
I don't know.
Okay, so let's go check them out. Let's see what these people were doing skulking about in the night. Like dark friends.
We are skulking around.
Yeah, but we're not dark friends.
I do
so
know
they
Rend,
must
though,
be.
which is like a requirement of...
Black Ajah.
Yeah.
Black Ajah.
And bears.
That's her true eventual path for her character is
Cross class
get
into
her
Black
eyesight
Ajah.
and go Black Ajah immediately. So
That's okay. I plan to be a dark friend.
you can beat
I
her
say
with
that
her
out
still.
loud.
Whatever you want, Shoga.
I'm going to get the dragon's fang tattooed on my face.
Charles Manson style.
Yeah.
All 8-year.
Okay, so you
track.
guys
we
can
need
easily
to.
follow these
There's some-
tracks.
Snow
Yeah.
tracks.
Looks like we don't need to even use track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as and all the snow that got cleared from the roads was just kind of pushed out into the wooded area here. So
Okay, well, I'll tell Brill to stay in the rear.
Did you say Brill?
Dill, sorry.
okay,
That's his brother. He died.
you bastard.
And I will take the lead.
Killed my brother, Brill, you bastard.
That could potentially be a bubble of evil, and that horrifies me on some level.
It creature, you know. How would the Wheel of Time characters deal with that? Only Oliver would succeed.
It was it. Do they have jesters in this? I know they have court bards and
Gleeman.
gleemen. Yeah, so it would be like maybe some sort of ragged gleeman is what its appearance would be.
Okay, so who was taking the front?
Me.
Who's taking point? Shogoth?
Yeah.
And then behind Shogoth is,
That'd be me.
and behind Falk comes,
I guess me. I'll be somewhere in the middle.
and then it would be by Cho'Gath's appointment, Dill is taking up the rear, so Rafe and then Dill.
Well, he doesn't have to take up the rear; he just has to be in the back, so he
Okay.
can be
Okay.
second to last.
Well, he's
Yeah.
fine
Lancers in the front,
being next to Rafe.
Murder archers and
the Nuker in the middle, and yeah,
Okay,
Rafe
so
throwing his club.
Teaching him Rafe's acid arrow.
that's going to become a spell now. Yeah, it's very easy to follow the tracks. They go about a mile in through the woods, and then it comes out into a clearing, which in summertime or spring even, it would be farmland.
Yeah.
And there's a couple farmhouses set in the middle of the field, and barns.
Okay. So, it's
So
probably
they just lead
farmers
straight to it.
coming out to watch.
In the middle of the night, and stand there and stare
Well,
at
if
it.
they wait until
Near Blight
Oh, yeah.
border.
Yes.
yeah, okay, let's check it out. I'll go pound on the door.
Okay.
Well, actually, we'll just keep going and see.
He rushes forward
Who's in there?
and then rushes back.
Count
Kick
for
the door in,
yourself.
killed all inside.
I have a right to know.
All right, so
Previous
Yeah.
knocked you on the cow.
go ahead and do spot and listen checks.
My lordly right.
My lord, the farm, the farm piece. If one can be made senator, then but they can't be made senator, my lord.
Man, every time I hear that guy say that line, that's my lord, it makes my blood boil, man.
Oh yeah,
I
he
hate him
says it in
so
such a
much,
way
man.
too, where you just want to
'Cause
toss him off
that,
a cliff.
You know that people did that.
Cho'Gath.
So my listen was 22, my spot was 13.
All right, Falk.
28 spot and 12 listen.
Adina.
20 and 3.
And Rafe.
17 and 7.
Dill rolled a 17 and a 19. And he's got a +9 to each of those.
He's got a +9.
Yeah.
That
What is he again? What is his class?
He is he went commoner warrior, and he's armsman.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
he's got the same spot.
He just has
listen I
super
did.
high stats or something.
Yeah.
A
And he was
10-year-old
trained
has a
by the
better
best.
wisdom than I do.
His wisdom, yeah. And
well, if he gets on my nerves, I'll just dismiss him from the party.
well, just remember that
Just charge him.
bows aren't that effective that close.
That's true.
Your axe is more effective, or sword. What are you using?
I use a sword
Yeah,
and
your
a
hammer.
lance and a horse.
Yeah.
Avalanche can do some damage, son.
All right, so do any of you have any type of farming background or knowledges?
I worked as a farmer for a little while.
Okay.
Were you undercover?
Just bluff the game master.
Undercover boss.
You guys have seen many functioning farms, especially even in winter in the borderlands. What's odd is that it's daytime.
And there's no work being
There's
done.
no work being done.
Yeah. Something's not right.
There's
It's
no,
quiet.
for Cho'Gath
Too quiet.
and Dill, there's no sound of work either.
right.
Right. And you don't hear people talking, nothing that you would associate with a farm or any type of farm activity. No animals, nothing like that. Falk, Adina, Rafe, and Dill, you don't see anybody. You don't see anybody either, but whether that's due to the 13 spot check or
No.
because no one's around, who knows?
No one in history has ever not seen something and then thought,
Yeah.
I bet there's something there that I just can't see.
Yeah.
You just look and you don't see, so there's nothing there.
It's like that's how horror movies work.
But
Right.
I think the opposite when I can't find my keys.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's
I can't see them, but I know they're here.
yeah, I was
you're
going to
looking
say.
for something specific. Yeah.
But that's, I guess that might be kind of how like maybe more corrupt police operate. I can't see anything,
But I know there's
something here.
If there's not, there will be when I'm done.
Was your seatbelt?
Is that real life metagaming?
All right.
Smell marijuana.
So the tracks, the six sets of footprints lead back into the house, the main house.
Okay.
There's no activity inside. There's no the shutters aren't closed. on any of those.
Burn it down.
Is there a back door?
Yes.
So I think we should split up.
What's the overall state of this farm?
Maybe
It looks
Rafe
like
and
it
I
was
should try
well
and get
taken
close
care
and
of
see if we can
once.
see inside some of the
Oh,
windows,
so it's like sort of
see if
run
there's
down.
anybody in there.
Yeah, but not like been run down for years. Just like recently run down, right? Just disrepair for about 2 months.
Well, Adina just sees a rundown farm.
Yeah, I'd notice it. It hasn't been kept.
So we're gonna sneak up.
All right,
Peer in the
so
windows.
Yeah, I think that's.
yeah, let's do initiative, and we'll kind of go in phases, or just turn based.
Was there a tree line around here? The farm, or has it
Yes. So there's tree line, but there's also various
Keep going till you
snow
got
drifts or
one.
debris that you guys can use as cover to get up.
Do I feel anything? Like channeling wise?
Oh,
or
no.
do I just feel the camp like a mile away or something?
I wonder how far that would carry.
Shield?
Yeah, four link.
Probably not that far.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
like
it's just a shield. I don't know.
Yeah, like 4 link just give like +1 to channeling weave level.
God, it just
and then
doesn't seem right.
The weave itself, because he's no longer seizing Sayadin, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 3, or it's a 4 to shield him. A level 4 weave.
Yeah, I don't think you'd feel it from here then if it doesn't have to be that strong. As it's not like in the town where you were right.
I seem to remember,
around.
like in the books in was it Saldaea, where they after they had to shield him again, they all kind of described it as just kind of like a mild channeling sense from inside the house. It wasn't overly powerful or anything like that.
Talking about
Rand.
Saladaar?
No, Saladaar. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After
Low gain.
Nynaeve healed Logain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But
there were a
they
couple
were
mentions
right
where-
in the vicinity, though.
Yeah, but-
that's why I was saying you could
Like, they were
get a
just-
sense of it from the palace, but probably not from this distance.
Yeah.
Well, like what it is like if he had the source embraced and was higher level than them, and because he's male, it would all up the level of the weave. But once he lets go of the source, that's -2 right there.
Yeah.
+1 because he's male. And then, like, if he's higher level than them, that will determine, like, his actual channeling level is what's going to determine it. If they're higher than him, it's lower. I'm going to figure, because they're Aes Sedai, that they're at least maybe a 6 or 7 level.
He's a false dragon. Just to get the leadership feat, you have to be what, level 6 or something?
And third 3.5. I guess, do they have it in here?
I thought they had a leadership feat in here.
Isn't it part of the commander?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Adina, what did you get for yours?
7. 8, sorry.
8. Falk.
24.
Rafe.
Oh, 5.
Oh. Cho'Gath.
6.
What's your dex?
16.
Okay. Okay, so I'll have you guys well, I guess let me know how you want to proceed here. So you were walking up, you noticed
Yeah.
things aren't right.
Right. So
You wanted to go to the back door.
no,
There's-
I didn't want to go. I wanted to see if there was one.
Well, okay, so yeah, let me I guess restate that is you had talked about
right.
about going to the back door. There is a back door, but you guys are still in your cover right now.
Right.
So
And then Falk suggested that him and I sneak up, peer through the windows.
okay.
Yeah, and we'll keep an eye on the doors in case anybody tries the rabbit.
Okay. So, Falk and Rafe, let's get move silently and hide.
This probably doesn't count as wooded terrain, does it?
It might, actually.
I don't know. That's because you guys are into the farmland at this point. You guys left the trees a while ago.
Right.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
Let's say it's
Is there a
surrounded by
fence?
trees. I don't know if that would. Well,
Well, like
It's up to you.
yeah, like would a house in the middle of the woods that had cleared away, it would still be in wooded terrain, right?
yeah. I mean, that's essentially what this is.
Is this just a lone farm or is it a bunch of farmland? I think that's what would determine it.
It's a lone farm. It's got a couple couple extra houses on the land, but it's like someone did exactly that. It went in, cleared some
cleared
trees,
some-
and said, "This is my farm."
Yeah, so it still might be wooded terrain.
Yeah, I mean, because it is surrounded by it. So yeah, we'll give it to you.
Okay.
Finagle away, Justin.
That just made this the most awesome hide ever.
Did you roll one?
I rolled a 20.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, it has no respect for reality because you're either
Yeah.
in the woods or you're not. We determined it like it was a spirit's domain of power.
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Oh, is that the house rule on it?
Right.
At one point, there were trees here.
Well, this could be an orchard.
Yeah.
Well, is there
Well,
a fence?
it's
That's
not.
wood.
Okay, Falk.
31 hide, 26 move silently.
So now
And
even we
Rafe?
can see him.
Yeah.
15 and
I actually
15.
go under the snow and just burrow my way.
You can avoid my track spell or my
Yeah.
trace spell.
Nice.
Okay.
Not really, but we'll say so.
Yeah.
And I'll have you guys. So you guys creep up. Are you going to go like front porch or side of the house? How do you want to do it?
Probably start with the side of the
yeah.
house and as we approach, not like go right up next to the house.
Yeah.
But stay out a little bit far enough that we can see inside, look for movement.
Okay. We'll have you do your own spot and listen as well. Falk
11 spot and 15 listen.
and Rafe.
16, 11.
I'll be silently complaining to Cho'Gath that every time those two go off, they always get into trouble.
That is true.
All right. So you guys make your way around some of the debris and fences, and you get within about 10 feet of the house to be able to see through this window. And you both see and hear it's a pretty poor attempt at hiding. This guy's just got his face like pressed against the glass. He got a 2 and a 1. Yeah. So
Is he hiding?
and he's like tapping on it, I guess, for his listen.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Doing
Oh, he's heavy breathing. You
And-
hear the breathing.
drawing on it.
And the squeaking on the window.
Yep.
He's playing. Do they have X Tic Tac Toe? Maybe he's just playing some weird makeshift.
He's just making hearts, and he's looking at Rafe.
He's making that weird S that kids used to make
Oh,
when
yeah.
they spell smile.
Oh,
3 lines above,
Yeah.
3 lines below.
Smile. No. Not even if he uses silly S.
he's looking at you though, Rafe.
Looking right at me.
Yeah.
Dude,
They
just
lock
stand up,
eyes.
pop your collar.
But he got a 22 on his spot.
Oh.
Because he rolled a 20, and then he got a 2 on his own hide. It's awesome.
So yeah, he really does just press his face against
Exactly.
the glass and
And that's the
stare.
only thing I could think of him to do, like other than
Well,
maybe
it's
like sit in the chair and like put his hand up or something.
Maybe it's like poorly. Like,
I don't know.
like the smoked leaded glass type stuff, so it's real hard to see through.
Maybe
he's
he
gotta
just
get real
opens
close.
it and sticks his head through.
But yeah, that's what you're faced with there.
Yeah, so I guess I'll have to switch to lone man bumbling through the woods,
Bluffing it.
bluffing it.
Okay.
Or I'll just do a diplomatic wave at first.
Rend.
The
And, maybe-
I lost my horse
Right. The
gesture.
I'll innuendo to the rest of them to I've been had.
Okay.
They got me.
So we'll have you
That
do
was
your
a 6 for my indie window.
All right.
So I just see him stand up and start waving at the house.
He's doing baseball signs.
What is he doing?
Do
right
you guys
back to
want
us.
to do your sense motive?
Uh,
Yeah,
For
send
race.
this guy to ninja
Yeah.
school.
22.
14.
Did you want hide from me and Cho'Gath as we're back near the tree line, or is there enough where...
There's enough covering or enough in the way that they wouldn't be able to see you.
I had my moment of glory at the White Cloak place with my screaming, and
All right, so you
Still
rolled.
haven't
You got a
forgiven
6. You said.
Yeah, for the
Okay,
innuendo.
so yeah, it's and it's 10 for a message, just a basic message,
Right.
right? So
Trollocs? What the...
yeah, like he's definitely trying to tell you something, but
And he's definitely not hiding anymore.
yeah,
Something's wrong with Wraith. Like
well, I
an
see the
idiot.
guy, right?
yes,
Okay.
I could probably see him from where I
yeah. I mean, anybody that rolls better than a 2 on their spot
I have
sees
a
this
3.
guy.
Well, why the hell
Naturally.
did I walk right up to him?
Well, it's because
Well-
you didn't see him until he pressed
Yeah.
his face.
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be a thing where they were hiding, and,
Sun comes out
You guys
from
were
behind the
hiding.
clouds.
but he just really sucks at hiding.
So the guys and the other guys in the room with him are like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's not going all too well. Let's just say that. But so that'll actually take us into the initiative phase. So you'll have the first reaction to this, Falk.
Okay. Does this guy look like a farmer?
Well, I mean, describe a farmer.
Well, I could describe a thug, maybe. Like broken nose, slanted slightly, some scars on his face, maybe missing an eye.
He has both of his eyes, but the rest sounds pretty familiar.
Can I see like any of his garb? Like, is he dressed in armor or?
You're not able to see that. He was meant to peek out the window, right? As he was meant to be a spotter. So
Oh, Justin China
and he
has
did.
like a
He did a really good job
70,
spotting and
spot.
listening.
75% success rate on getting an AI to determine whether or not you're a criminal based on your face. So I think you got this. Looks like a thug. Just shoot him.
Well, I didn't bring my bow. I just got my sword. But I'll
Shoot your bow, or shoot your sword.
shoot my sword.
Yeah.
No, I will unsheath my sword and try and remain hidden, and move towards one of the doors.
Okay. So from where you're at and with the position of the window in the farmhouse, you would need to move, well, I guess which door do you want to go to? So if you move to the front, you'll have to go back past Rafe.
Then I'll go the other way.
Okay.
But I'll try and remain along like a fence line or in some sort of anywhere where there's cover that I can use.
All right. So yeah, let's do another hide and move silently.
Technically.
Well, I
it's
guess you would keep your same. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. You keep your
Until
same.
he,
They get the chance to spot and listen again since they can notice something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Till you attack, then you get like, what is it, minus 20?
yeah.
Which
Which
still
some of them
might-
Which
might
honestly,
still not be able to
it's
see me.
impossible for them to.
Do what?
to see them, you probably
Yeah.
at that, unless they have a
They
real high
can't get a
spot.
31 or a 26.
Okay, so
Or unless you just come out of whatever cover it is you have.
Well, when you unsheath your sword, everybody knows that's like a negative 15, right?
I thought that there was something like a -10 for moving.
If you're not moving like half speed.
Yeah,
Oh,
you'd have to
okay.
move half speed.
That's speed. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Then I'll try to remain hidden as I burrow my way under the snow towards the back of the house.
So you can reach the back door. It's 15 feet. 5 feet, 10 feet to the house. Okay, yeah, 15 feet.
So yeah, I'll get to the back of the door and I'll ready an action for someone coming out.
Okay. And that takes us to
yeah, just kind of keep an ear out for any commotion inside.
All right, so I'll let you do another listen.
13.
Okay. Okay, and then Adina.
Well, I'm going to say from probably where I am, I can't tell if this man's a thug or not. Just that I can't see Falk, and Rafe's acting weird.
Yeah, you definitely notice that Rafe is acting off to what the plan was.
I don't know if I want to just embrace this. I don't know if I actually want to get in the point where I'm just killing fools all the time with power. So I'll just end my turn doing nothing.
Cho'Gath. So you see the same thing. You can see someone in the window, and then you see Rafe wave to that guy and then make some gestures towards you, which you can't understand. But you know it's not typical behavior of sneaking and moving quietly up to the house.
Right. Well, I'm just going to stay ready to gallop into action if anything goes crazy.
Charge the cabin.
Dill's going to actually ask you what you want him to do.
Same thing. Just hang on.
Ready your bow.
So yeah, he'll ready in action then. Rafe.
Okay, so I'll try to bluff my story here. Let's see how I do. Not bad. 19. So I'll say, "Hello there. My horse broke a leg a ways back. It's awful cold out here. I was just seeing if I could count on the famous Saldaean hospitality. Warm up for a spell, and then I'll be on my way."
Okay.
What'd you get?
19.
Yes.
You get it?
Yeah, I'm able. I don't suddenly feel heartbroken that your horse somehow broke a leg. There he goes, lying.
It was that, or I was going to albeit.
See, it would have worked if Adina hadn't have shouted out "liar."
Liar!
Although I suddenly,
Jeez.
although I'm suddenly confused because I think your horse did break its leg.
Well, I assume if you know some aspect of the truth, you see through it.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm staring at that door.
Your horse broke a leg.
When did that? The Amerlin? No.
She was such a good. I just trained her.
What did you get for your bluff?
19.
Okay.
How did the fool get caught?
You had
So he-
eye tower going.
He says he calls out to you that they ain't got no horses.
Oh, I don't need a horse.
Get
I
off
just-
my land.
No, sir. I'll freeze to death if you leave me out here.
So
I just need an hour to warm up, and I'll be on my way.
All right. You can do another listen from where you're at.
I've got gold.
11.
Be the next
Okay.
one.
So, he actually pulls away from the glass. What you'll see, Rafe, is and you can still see him, right? It's not like he hides or anything, but he just like pulls away and then turns around, and he's doing something. You can do a spot.
Okay.
Preparing a Molotov cocktail.
Just right at my feet.
My skin.
It's burning and melting.
Now I know what those white cloaks went
I got a 9.
And sorry, listen to. I apologize.
6.
Those white cloaks
Okay.
didn't feel anything. They were just there 1 minute and gone the next.
No, some of them were.
Oh, that's true. There were
Some were
that
saving
made
Private Ryan, Ryaning around.
So yeah, I mean
Yeah.
you can do a sense motive if you
Okay.
want.
Yeah, huh.
Yeah.
Haunt false
Good
dreams.
at that.
Then there was that one. Was it you? Like put the sword in his face or something
34.
to put him out of his misery,
Jeez.
but he
Yeah.
was still kind of a
you
little bit
roll?
hardy.
19.
Nice. Okay. You know that he's talking to somebody.
Well,
So that's the way someone moves when they're in a very engaged discussion with someone quietly.
okay. Well, I assume he's getting clearance.
Probably from his wife.
Yeah.
I'm a scallywag from Tyr.
Fault. We'll be back to you.
Is there a window that I can kind of peek through?
You'd have to move again past the door, which is closed, to the left of the door, though. There's a window.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll move past it. And
Okay.
will I still be close enough to the door to ready in action?
Yeah, it's like right next to the door.
Okay. So yeah, I'll move there and try and peek through the window.
Okay. Go ahead and do your spot.
20.
Okay. So you see it now. This guy has turned around and he's talking to two other people that are, the reason why you didn't see before is they were lower down. They actually hid.
Okay.
Rather than just look out the window. But yeah, they're motioning, and looks like they're having a pretty heated, quiet discussion
There are just 3 of them?
that you can see
Is this
with that one.
that group's Rafe?
The guy with the
Yeah,
glass.
so he's always getting in trouble.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he
Rough.
didn't mean
He's
to.
got a lazy eye.
Yeah, it's like if you took your features but kind of shifted everything
Right.
slightly, scarred up your face a bit.
It was,
Go off on adventures.
yeah. So you see the 3 that are in that room.
Okay. I don't recognize any of them, do I? None of them are the ones
No,
we're
but now
looking
you can
for.
see their clothing.
Okay.
This means they got a fat Kerhine Aes Sedai in there with them.
They they
what I
are
was
wearing pretty rough armor, just like thrown together.
Oh crap! Where did Josiah die?
Soon.
Yeah.
And for the rest of your life, is that appropriate?
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't think it's...
You've seen someone in this armor before. In fact, you saw 6 people. They tried to rob you on the road.
Ah,
Okay, that's what I was wondering, is,
Yeah.
is if I could put together their old dragon sworn.
Well, they're fairly young. I mean,
did we know that the others were Dragonsworn or just?
That was just what
well,
we were-
that's
No, I think we
you,
pieced it
you don't
together
know
after
that
the
they're
fact, right?
Yeah, I think it was once we got to
That
Meridon.
Thames armies or broken armies or whatever were turning into.
yeah.
Yeah.
As and that's, I mean, it's kind of a toss up. Brigands, Dragonsworn, really, what's the difference, right?
Yeah.
Is all they're doing is waylaying people. So
Yeah, and I can probably assume that they
Oh, the little dog, always so skittish.
either killed or
What the heck?
drove off the people that were
Weirdo.
part of this farm.
you could assume a great many things.
Yeah. So, in my mind, it is okay to kill them. Right, so,
Reasons
yeah,
to
that'll be
come
my turn.
easier
I'll
and
take a look
easier.
through the window, and I'll ready in action in case they come out the back door.
Okay. So they discuss a bit further, and the guy puts his face back to the window because now I like that idea. But
presses his nose up.
and he tells you that his hospitality is going to cost you 5 gold crowns.
And Doran.
Yeah.
And Dorian. Be like, well, doesn't seem like I have any other choice.
Okay.
Well, except-
Yeah. If you are willing to either put on the ruse or sincere enough to pay him, he'll invite you in. Says, "Yeah, come on in the front door."
But I
And he
want some
licks
of
his
this
lips
stew.
greedily.
Don't ever do that again. I'm gonna have a nightmare about that face.
Why'd you think he got divorced?
Yeah.
Pork chops? I can't stand it anymore, Josh.
It wasn't the tongue; it was the eyes.
Oh,
Like it went crazy for just a second.
saw the light of life light him, flame up in him.
Let's see. That'll be Adina next.
Well, right now there's no real reason for me to think anything's up. So I'm just going to keep
delaying.
Yeah.
Cho'Gath, same. So Dill's going to do the same. So back to Rafe.
I would like to carefully examine how I feel about this situation if I'm to go in there. I'd like to sense what their ultimate motive is.
You could do another sense motive on that. I mean,
I'll aid him. They're lying.
he had like a 30-something last time.
Yeah.
It's 25 this time.
Okay. I mean, he didn't make any real promises, but you don't get the sense that it would be in your best interest
To go
in there and take him up on his offer. It's just something doesn't feel right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say you could like continue the bluff. My ankle got twisted in the fall.
Could you come carry me up?
10 gold crowns if you.
All right, I guess I'll walk up to him like I figure they're up to no good, so I just have to make, my dad always says you want to be the one to hit him first. So I'll walk up like I'm going for my belt pouch to get the gold coins, but then
Big smile.
I'll secretly unbuckle the club like you would a pistol, right? Like on your holster.
And it just falls to the ground. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, so I'll walk up like I'm going
that
for
club
that,
or
and
Wizard
then I'm
Dixie?
just going to hit him.
Through the window?
Oh, that's right. He is through the window.
It's a club.
It's a club, and
Go for
that's
it.
glass. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Like hardness of maybe 1.
Maybe.
No, I'll wait till he's at the door or wherever he's going to let me in to do it.
So,
Okay. So up to the front door?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
hear
like,
the exchange between them, right?
Yeah, you heard him. He wasn't trying to be quiet when he answered, when he told Rafe that.
like how far away are we? Like 100 feet?
You guys are about 60 feet away right now.
So what is that? It's like I think it's essentially the same thing for listen, right? Like -1 for every.
Yeah, -1 for every 10 feet.
I will shoot out another hand signal to,
You want to do your innuendo again?
to be like
Fail it.
attack
Any
on my
listen check.
command.
Yeah.
But
What'd you get?
8
Oh, it was so close. You almost think you understand.
or 9. So
I got a 23. So
Well, do a sense motive.
me?
Both of you.
Okay, yeah, 23 was my sense motive.
23,
18.
18.
you might be tensing up too.
Oh yeah.
Strike.
Get your
Yeah.
body language.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get the feeling that
Why is his hand
Yeah.
hovering over the club?
it's about to go down.
All right. So could that trigger my action?
Yeah. As it'll trigger the 3 ready, or I guess, well,
Until someone opens the
Yeah.
door, I'm running.
I'm going to say you were not able to really see
So-
either.
I'll begin embracing the source
Okay.
because I think you only get the 1 standard.
Yeah. What would you like to do, Cho'Gath?
Well, I'll start riding up.
Okay. You're going to charge the house?
Well, I won't charge it,
Charge the window.
but I'll double move.
Okay.
If you charge that
Do it.
house, it's going to disintegrate.
Do a ride-by attack
Yeah.
on the house and just
A whole wall.
Dill is going to... he's torn between following you out and
Just stay with the Dina.
staying with Adina. So, yeah, if you give him that bit of direction, he'll stay there, and he'll just delay his shot until he's 100% sure. His dad was a farmer, okay?
Oh yeah, that's right. And he got killed by brigands.
Yeah.
So he's either going to get real murderous when he finds out they're brigands, or really sad if he finds out we're trying to kill farmers. They're so volatile at this age.
All right, so you had moved up. Do you want to go all the way to the front door?
Yeah, I need to get up to him, and then I'm gonna bop him.
Okay. So yeah, you can move up to the front door, so you can see this through the room that you're looking into, and then into the main room. The guy gets up and goes over to the door, and when he opens it, there's Rafe.
Do they have a similar plan? Like, are some of them reaching for daggers behind their back?
Yeah, so
Does Faux Rafe have a club?
he doesn't. You see that another guy had moved up to the side of the door, just to the side of the door, though.
Okay. Do I see weapons?
He's grabbing something under his jacket.
Okay. So yeah,
That will trigger your ready to action, though.
I'm gonna open the back door
Okay. Is that
silently if I can. I know it'll be a little bit weird, but
Just wondering. All right. So, sorry.
but yeah, I'll have my sword ready, and I'll try and quietly pull open the back door as I.
That'd be just another move silently then.
Okay.
Let's see. Okay.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
23 or 24.
Eh.
Sorry.
Let's see if they can even match that. No, they can't.
Okay. So I silently open the back door
Yes.
and step in.
So, Rafe, the front door opens. There's your friendly farmer, we'll call him, that has a wide grin, and you see the back door open and Falk slip in with his sword out. This is all going according to plan,
Is
right?
it my turn now?
That's just
What I see. Okay.
what you saw.
It'll
that-
help my wide false smile.
Yeah, it'll actually be your turn, your actual turn, because that would have ended the round.
Okay. Once I'm inside, how many do I see? Is it still just the
So
three?
you still only see that there's 3 in that room. The other one is still hidden. He's just focused on what's going on at the door. Yeah, you don't see anybody else there. This is the size of the house, though, is more than just these 2 rooms.
Yeah.
So you could assume, since there were 6 tracks, either 3 people left or they're somewhere else.
Okay.
But there's only one way out of this room, and that's forward.
Through
Well,
through
I guess
Falk or
there's
Rafe?
2 ways: back the way you came, or forward to the room that Rafe is.
Is there one
about
of them
to
that
enter.
has his back to me? Well, I guess they probably
All
have their
3
back
of
to me.
them have their back to you.
Is there one that's
technically.
kind of closer to me than the others?
The guy that opened the door? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you got a guy that's right up against the wall who's waiting for someone to walk through. You can gather. You got another guy who's hidden off to the side who's just watching. To get there, though, you have to go kind of across the room, or you have the guy that's straight in front of you, who would be a more direct, slightly closer, especially since diagonals are 5 and then 10.
Because I was thinking if I can get behind someone and hit them with the butt of my sword in a surprise attack.
You can get the guy at the door. You can get the guy who's hiding as well.
I'll try and get the guy that's hiding if I can get behind him and try and do a.
Okay.
So using my sword, and then for subdual damage.
Well, I guess technically, since you're attacking out of a hide, all of them are going to be flat-footed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can attack whoever you want at this point and get that surprise out of it.
Okay. But yeah, I'll try and hit the one that has his hand under his cloak.
Okay.
So -4, the +5. They're flat-footed, do they? And they don't have any armor on, right?
Well, they do. It's just pretty poor
Yeah.
armor.
And they still get their class bonus or whatever it is they
Yeah.
get, right?
Yeah.
So they just don't have their decks.
Yeah.
All right. So can you use a longsword two-handed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do two-handed.
It's 1.5 strength with
yeah.
your damage.
Power attack with I'm just gonna -1 from it.
And I think, oh man, I forget if it had to be extra large weapons like bastard swords or great swords, but you might get 2 to minusing for every one you minus when using a sword two-handed to power attack.
Okay.
But
Well, I'm guessing a 19 hits.
Oh yeah.
So, is it a 2 for every 1 for power attack when wielding two-handed, or is it just a... It's 3, 6... So it's at least a 7. It's 8 if I get 2 for the power attack.
I don't even know if it's in this edition. It might only be a 3.51
But
thing.
Wasn't this modeled off of 3.5, or was it modeled off a third?
This was well before.
But I seem to remember, what is it, like, all the superior forms of power attack making note of large weapons. So yeah, longsword might not fit because it might not be large.
yeah. We can just leave it at 1.
Yeah, it really doesn't say. Well, you guys want to house rule it?
I'm okay just leaving it at
And-
1.
It kind of makes sense.
Well, I'm okay with it, but if it was with large weapons,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could do it like that.
We can
with
wait on
large
it
weapons.
then. All right. So what was the?
7 points of subdual.
Okay, so he doesn't drop, but you definitely gave him a good knock on the head. So Rafe, what you see is Falk moves in through the back room and into this room that they're in, and then quickly and quietly rushes over and just bashes something next to the door, and you hear a crunch and a guy cry out, and yeah.
And I'll say something along the lines of, "You best not be looking to waylay us."
You're the one who's waylaid.
Yeah, that's
So yeah, at the not just the
how could we bring such an innocent young man into this world?
the bash to the face, but then the statement after it kind of breaks out into chaos here.
Of course it did. I just ninja'd him.
Yeah, he definitely did that.
Did he knock him out?
No, as he just bashed him in the face pretty good. Okay. So the reaction to that, the guy is going to pull his hand from under his jacket, and he has a dagger. He's going to try and lunge at you.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
That is exactly what he needed.
What he needed.
It always makes me sad when I kind of have a brain fart and think that just because they didn't overcome my AC, they still miss.
Yeah.
And I'm always disappointed.
Well, pizza's done, guys.
I think there's a typo in that. Daggers are 1d3, right?
1d4.
Are they 1d4?
Yeah, fists
I
are
thinking
1d3.
Okay.
They
I was
might.
going to say, so it says 1d4, but I don't remember them being 1d4. You take 1 point of damage.
No.
You're dead.
Don't worry, I got you.
The guy that had opened the door steps back from you 5 feet and starts to reach under his jacket as well. The guy that's hiding doesn't move yet
Yeah, any of those are
because
fine.
he doesn't know if you've seen him or not. From your left, you also hear some commotion. It sounds like people moving quickly across the wood floor. So
Bop someone on the head.
And then he slashed.
it'll be Adina now.
I'll finish embracing the source, which is like a move action, I guess.
Yeah, so you'll still have another move
Or action.
or action. Oh, yeah.
But I don't see anything going on, so I'm...
I would have said it pretty loudly.
Well,
I'm still
they're
60
60
feet
feet
away.
away.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I'm
inside
trying
the
to
house now.
determine if she'd even have a chance of hearing the combat.
I might have seen him in the window, but that doesn't give me a target. So
Yeah.
we're just going to say I don't have a target, and because I already used the move action, I can't delay, right? Or can I? How does that work, Travis?
That is a good question. Well, you delay an action.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean, if you have one.
Yeah, so I'll delay like Arms of Air or Harden Air.
Or you ready an action. Sorry about that.
Do that.
Okay. Cho'Gath.
Well, I was.
So you had moved up. How far up did you go?
60 feet. I would have moved
Okay,
to
so
the
yeah.
house.
You so you moved up. Okay, so yeah, you see Rafe standing in the doorway. You see Falk slip by in the house, right? And you see him, his sword's out, and he just brings it down on someone that's there. You learn because they grunt and cuss and then stab him. But yeah, that's what you're watching right now. And of course, what Falk's saying, not to waylay them.
Just the idea of Cho'Gath's lance just popping through the walls of the house, Evil Dead style.
Yeah, well, I'll hop off my horse and then move up to the door.
Okay.
He is kind of like a railgun.
Yeah. You get him some X-ray goggles.
How did it work? He's able to move through your area. So
If I want.
do you want to move
No,
through?
I'm moving up to the door.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
and
get a
then
look at things.
would have to tumble through the next guy's area if he wanted to
Didn't
get through that.
Step out of the way.
So there's that guy stepped back. So that's actually an open spot right in front of Rafe now. So what you see and hear is what I described to Falk. So the guy that he hit pulled a knife and stabbed him. The guy that had answered the door stepped back and reached under his jacket.
Okay.
Do a spot for me.
13. 14.
And then you hear commotion in the back, in a back room.
Okay.
So that was one move. Did you want to ready or?
That was 2.
Oh, you did.
Cut
Oh,
off the
dismount.
course.
Yeah, sorry. All right. Dill's gonna delay again. Rafe. So
sorry, I missed that part. Did he move in front of me?
no.
Okay.
So it's open. You now know there was a guy that was hiding. He's engaging with Falk at the moment. The guy that answered the door is
Stepped into
stepped back and reached to grab a weapon.
So I'll step in and look around
Okay.
and get a better
Do a spot for me.
13.
Okay. So you see these two guys as I described, and then you can hear the commotion coming from the back room as well.
Okay. So I think I'll hit the original guy I was talking to.
Okay. The guy that answered the door.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
Maybe I'll wield it for non-lethal damage. Is that a -4?
Don't know what it is with a club.
Club just
Normal is,
Yeah,
is
to do
-4.
subdual damage. Yeah. -4.
Yeah, unless I think it's like unless the weapon says it can do subdual.
What
like
can the
normal.
club do?
I don't even think club has a description. They're like, you all know what it is.
It's a stick.
I think like the only one is like the
like a
sap.
The sap.
Or, I think that's it. The sap.
Where I got a critical
Especially make
threat,
arrows in D&D.
Right. Yeah.
but I don't think I can get a critical threat, so it doesn't matter. I hit him.
Why can't you get a critical threat?
Can you deal critical subdual?
Why not?
I don't know. I thought you couldn't.
I thought it was just double damage. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go for
Isn't it?
Yeah, you can do
I don't know. I'm just kind of making it up.
Yeah, you can do critical on subdual.
Well, rogues can sneak attack with saps, so maybe, yeah. I think it's just natural weapons you can't,
Critical with.
or sneak attack with for sure, I think.
All right. For the critical, Dark One's own luck.
Dark One's
Dark
own
One's
luck.
own luck. There we go.
Roll till you get it.
18
That's a hit.
for what? Oh, I thought it was ×3. I was excited for 7 points of subdual damage. So instead of using the blunt end of the club,
Flip it around and hit it with the handle.
right?
The flat of the club.
Yeah, I mean it's all bludgeoning damage. So
Yeah.
Right. That's,
I mean, hell.
that's the joke.
Well, it does have a flat side because he just cut like an oar.
Smacking people with the oar. All right. Brings us back around to Falk. So Rafe has stepped in and clubbed the guy that had answered the door viciously.
Okay. I'll try and knock out the guy that I'm fighting. He's just got a dagger, and
Yeah.
the guy that Ray's fighting just has a dagger, right? Or that I can see.
You can assume.
Okay.
I mean, you haven't seen it yet.
16.
That is a hit.
For 7 points of subdual.
All right. So he's still trucking along here, but he's definitely dazed at this point.
Okay. I'll tell him, drop your dagger, or drop your weapon if you walk in the light.
Oh, you had to involve the light.
Yeah,
I have no
to
choice.
involve the light. That way, if they continue attacking me, they're dark friends for sure.
Exactly. Exactly. And that's actually true.
Now you're thinking like a true white
Yes.
cloak.
Yep. All right.
Why did you attack me? I didn't. You snuck up on me. Why do you continue to attack me?
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
So, all right. So he's going to disregard your in the light comment
So he's a dark
because you attacked him first.
Okay.
Oh, this means I got full.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's the dark friend.
he's the dark one.
He's shouting the whole time, "I'm not a dark friend, but
You attacked.
you attacked me first." Yeah, he's
Hey,
not
I
doing
invoked
so
the
hot
light.
though.
If he
12.
had done it first, I would have been forced to drop my
That's
sword.
true. Yeah.
But no, 12 does not hit.
Okay, yeah. So he, like I said, you had knocked him pretty good the last couple times here. So he's noticeably slower than he was before. Rafe, this guy finishes pulling out the knife from underneath his jacket there, and he's gonna attack you. Is a 7 hit?
No.
I was really
Close,
hoping.
though.
I was gonna-
You can see the sweat.
All right. So you hear from, and well, you two would see as well. 3 people come in from a side room,
It's part now.
and they look around, and that's it for them.
Are they
Not sure what they're doing.
like
just
these
yet.
guys?
Yeah, they're
Kinda
dressed the
shallowly
same,
dressed
but their armor's pieced together, but it was from a better quality, right?
Okay.
They had better stock to work with,
Lieutenants.
basically. So,
Shogath, go kill all 3 of them in 1 round.
but yeah, they're
Lance just through
they're
the
just
wall.
taking stock of the situation right now when they come into the room. And then Adina.
Do I see any of them through windows?
You can see one of the guys that came out of the back or out of the side room there.
All right. I'm gonna try to fling them out the window.
Pull him out.
Yeah, essentially,
Nice.
what's going to happen is I'm going to roll my intelligence and my attack bonus against some target number to try to get him to actually get flung out the window. If I miss, he'll hit the wall and get 1d6 damage.
And that's your Arms Air.
Yeah. So I'll cast it at a level 3, which will give me level 4 effects.
Okay.
All right. So I got a 13 on trying to get him actually out the window.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to quite do it. The glass does break, but his body does not go through.
All right, so then he'd take 1 point of damage from getting flung against the wall or the window.
Okay. Cho'Gath, so you hear Boots enter the room, and then you see a guy go flying across the room and slam into the wall that the window is set in. Rafe had moved in and is occupying the doorway right now, engaged with the guy that opened the door, and then past that, off to the side, Falk is engaged as well.
So Rafe's right in front of me, and then the guy that he's fighting.
Yep.
Bull rush.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bull rush him.
Okay.
So we do an opposed strength.
I'll move out of the way.
Yeah.
It's on page 150.
150. Okay.
I'll
Does
choose
he
to
get a
block.
chance to move out of the way too, or is it because he's who you're going to?
I don't know if he does.
It might just be allies.
The enemy, you mean?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
He does get an attack of opportunity if he
I
wants
think
to.
overruns
Yeah.
where they can decide to be like
Oh, nope.
block you or move. Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets his attack. Then we do an opposed strength.
Okay. So, yeah, he'll swing wildly. 7.
Almost.
We're really
These
sweating.
5s are really killing me
Oh,
here.
Cho'Gath's scar kind of pinkens slightly from fear.
And it's opposed strength.
Yeah. Dark One's own luck. Even worse.
You got a 12.
That still beats me.
Now you're basically recreating all those movies where hero goes up against someone way bigger than them.
So I fall prone in Rafe's space.
You do get a +2 charge bonus.
He had moved, right?
Yeah, if I can, I'll move out of the way. I'll tumble out of the way if I have to.
Don't make me tumble.
I'm as afraid of this bull rush as anybody.
I see me rolling. What?
I gotta finish the entire sentence of the rule before I make a judgment on the sentence. It says you can only overrun an opponent who is one size category larger than you.
Yeah.
And that's where I stopped.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've done that.
And then it says the same size or smaller.
That doesn't make any
So I was like, yeah, why do you have to overrun somebody larger?
This just says that you can move through an area occupied by a friendly character.
Oh, okay.
I think we're thinking about
Overrun.
Overrun. Okay. All right. So that area is still occupied. So
So I fall prone.
you fall prone. Okay. So Cho'Gath rushed in and smashed into this guy, and the guy doesn't go anywhere, but it bounces Cho'Gath down in front of you there, Rafe.
Actually, down in your feet.
Yeah.
He tripped over your feet.
I'll cuss at Rafe about it. Light blasted fool.
why'd you trip me?
Because I'm embarrassed. So. I meant to do that. It was deliberate.
Oh man, there's that dang meme that I can't remember right now. It's where they always say like according to plan, or that was my plan, or something like that.
Dill's going to ask you what's happening because he can't see anything.
Tell him
He
to
can't
take
see what's going on.
He's on a horse, eh? He's same size as I am.
You moved the only guy he could see.
I see.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't see anything either.
Should I go up?
No, not yet.
Okay, so he'll delay then. And now it's Rafe.
All right, so I'll fight defensively for this one and continue my non-lethal attack. I guess it's a -8.
Fight defensively.
And do the best I can.
Oh, man.
So you would have
Warm
moved
summer
back
night.
5 feet, though.
Which would have put me into... Because I moved
Oh, you had to
into
occupy his space. That's
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So,
All right.
3.
But you're fighting defensively.
That's true.
That's a miss.
oh, does it miss?
Yeah.
What kind of AC do these guys got?
It was close, though, right?
Pretty close.
These are just an NPC.
OP, nerf, please.
That brings us back around to Falk.
All right, I'll try and knock this guy out. He's looking
Okay.
pretty haggard now, right?
Yeah.
Be 12.
Miss.
Okay.
Okay. So this the guy that's fighting you is going to continue to attack. That's a critical threat. 14? No. Okay. So just a hit. 2 damage.
I'm so gonna break this guy's fingers after I knock him out.
He's not a wizard.
Yeah, he's not a wizard. Don't
But
be
he cut me.
vindictive.
Are you lawful good still?
That's
So-
what it says,
Okay, just making sure.
which means that's what I am.
And the law is whatever you say it is. And, or it's like, I forget how we used to
What is it attacking a prone target?
minus or
They lose their decks.
oh, okay.
Oh,
Unless you're trying to shoot at him with a bow, and then it,
You get a bonus.
yeah.
okay. So he's going to try and attack
But they got
Cho'Gath.
plus 4 if they were prone and
They
you
get a bonus to their defense.
Yeah.
4
okay.
hit?
Almost.
Man.
were- So this is starting to turn into one of the most comical battles ever. Is just everybody?
Well,
whoosh.
I don't know. It's seeming like it's a fairly pitched but
Yeah.
even fight to me is how I would describe it. Like that one Shadowrun one where we had lemon squeezers
Yeah.
and we had to drive the car into the troll to start things off.
As he tried
knock
to
down,
stab
drag out.
down, but Cho'Gath just quickly rolled out of the way. Think of it as an action
Or
scene.
he just bit the blade with his teeth.
Yeah. He'd probably
Or just
could.
took it on the armor. I mean, it's
Yeah.
a dagger, so
Yeah.
he's just like, okay. So from the back, the doorway that the people you could see that now there were people there. There's actually 2 more. One of them calls out to stand down.
I'm not going to hear that, of course.
And
This is start.
yeah,
This is going
and
to
they've already
scene from
used
The
their
Exorcist.
actions. So
I was wrong. It is a base +4 -4 for the prone thing.
Oh,
8? Does an 8 hit?
No.
Oh man.
But he started to clench just a little.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Adina.
Do I see anyone?
No, you don't see anybody.
Ready in action.
Okay.
If I do see someone, I'll fling them.
Okay. Cho'Gath.
All right. So I'll stand up, which provokes an attack of opportunity.
He's not going to take it.
And then I'll have to move back.
Okay.
And I'll take the rest of that move action to go around the house.
and come in through the back
Come
door.
in through the back. Okay. So, trying to picture that now. So, Cho'Gath stands up in front of you. You do notice that the guy that did have an opportunity but did not attack Cho'Gath this time. After the
We're
other
doing that,
person
like, creepy
shouted
spider
to
crawl.
stand
Super
down.
quick
But
thing around.
he moves past you again, and then you hear the boots on the
Crunching
porch,
snow.
and then crunching snow as it gets further away, but going around the
Do I
building.
see him?
And then, you see him run by, and then you see him bust through the back door.
This track full way.
Yeah, I'll kind of be sitting on my horse, action ready. What's going on? The light.
All right. Was that would have been well, you got up, so that would be 1 move, 2 moves. Okay, so Dill's gonna ready Rafe then.
Okay, I'll try to knock this guy out again.
Okay.
Same conditions. Fighting defensively and doing the best I can.
Are you
Okay.
trying to do subdual too?
Yeah.
Dang!
Oh wait, I think I'll just go regular.
Okay.
Because you'd still knock him out if you...
Right. If I get the total. Does it work that way or are they separate? I can't remember.
Anytime your subdual's over your physical,
Yeah.
current physical, you get knocked out.
Oh, gotcha. 13.
It's a miss.
Ah.
All right. Looks like back to Falk.
I'm going to stop attacking, but ready in action so that if they attack me, I can
Attack back.
attack back. Yes.
All right.
And I will also go defensive.
Okay. So the guy that was back there shouts out the command again. The two that were fighting stop, and they'll the one that opened the door will just drop his knife. The one that was attacking you makes it disappear. Where did it go?
And the one that stands
That
up.
provokes my attack of opportunity.
The other one, he's well, you're the only one that's been able to see him.
Jeez.
He's still just hiding. As he hasn't moved at all. He wants none of this.
Well, if there's like no cover around him, he can't remain hitting.
He's actually under
Like a blanket
Yeah.
or something? Okay.
there's just some debris. I mean, that's pretty much what they were hiding in to begin with.
He has a lampshade over his head. He's hiding in the corner.
Might sort of work. I mean, technically he is partially covered.
Yeah.
That's all you need. But the one I flung, is he going to stand up?
Oh, yeah.
All right, he's going to get flung again.
Okay.
This time I'm just going to fling him straight up. 3.
Okay. So the guy that flew across the room and hit the wall, which was very noticeable to everybody, stands up and then immediately flies up and hits the ceiling.
He'd fly up
And then-
50 feet, but he's going to get stopped at some point.
Well, it's 12-foot ceiling.
Yeah, okay.
So he goes up and hits it, and then does he stay there or does he fall?
Because I'm just
And then
grabbing and tossing him.
Yeah. Then he falls.
I'm gonna look at
I
Cho'Gath
guess
and
he would take
kinda,
falling damage too, right? This is
Technically,
10 feet.
and this is technically, right,
Yeah.
according to the rules, as long as it's part of my fling,
Okay.
I could fling him off a cliff, and he would only take 1d6 damage. But yeah, he would technically take 2d6, one from getting flung up and crashing into something, and then another for falling down.
I don't think there's any hiding that you're a channeler amongst our group anymore.
For the
That
most
guy
part, I
was
haven't
just a
really
freak. I mean,
I haven't really been hiding it. You guys are just super dumb.
I know you're Damani. which
Yeah,
means that
you.
can
I
say-
mean, you dumb lucked on it.
so that'll bring it back to Cho'Gath. All the fighting is stopped except for this one guy who is slamming around into things, ceilings, walls.
And it could be Dill.
I'll say, put your weapons down and surrender.
How loudly do you say it?
Loud enough for them to hear.
Yeah, no one's got weapons out anymore.
Oh, trying to make me look like a fool, huh? I attack.
Why did I even bother running around to the back of the house for this surprise attack?
The guy that had ordered the stop to the fighting said talking to you says that he's sure that this is a misunderstanding.
Just
and
take
that,
charge of the situation, Shogun.
you guys can work it out.
Punch him out.
Right. Well, what are you dark friends doing here?
Dark friends. We're not dark friends.
Well, I
That other guy
specifically...
stands up again too, Chris.
All right, same thing.
Sorry.
So I
So
will...
2d6?
Yep.
As part of my
6.
action, I was going to walk outside
Yeah.
and kind of wave her off.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to... Someone's got to tell Adina
Okay.
that fights out.
Say that.
So I guess before this happens, Falk walks out and starts making the
Roll your innuendo.
yeah, innuendo and then sense motive.
More
Innuendo.
power.
Oh,
Can't be used untrained.
You could just shout.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess I'll just
There
shout.
you go.
You don't need to attack him anymore. We're talking.
I'll keep hold of the source and the weave, but I'll stop flinging the
Okay.
guy.
So yeah, he stands back up and he's waiting for it, but
Oh man.
you see him like cringe.
I might just do it so that way so that way Falk doesn't think he can just that it's me.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. I guess that
so
would
yeah,
be
6 more subdue.
So yeah, he stands up and he gets flung again. Which direction are you going this time?
Against the wall.
Okay.
I'm going to look at her. Why?
She just turns her nose
Can do
up
a
and
bluff?
sniffs at you.
Composure check first. Got it. Oh, dang it.
Yeah, you probably got it.
11?
I only got a 5.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm like,
It's you ask why and you get icy coldness in response.
my stare seems to say this could be you.
Yep.
Keep asking questions. Naive young Falk.
And then she raises an eyebrow.
Yeah.
All right.
Overhead.
Yeah, they're gonna protest heartily to being called dark friends. Though.
Well, ignoring the
Obvious
obvious
the man flying around the room. Like,
As,
he's possessed by a poltergeist.
well,
He's an obvious dark friend.
I mean, there's only so much that you can do when you guys have a mad dog outside. Oh no!
Or wait, I can do the Travis angry eyes at you too.
Well, you were skulking about the road, and now you've attacked my companions.
So the guy that Falk was fighting tries to plead his case to what you can assume is the leader or a leader of this group. That they were just sitting here minding their business, and this guy came in the back door and hit him. Which the response is that why was no one on watch, right? So.
Way later.
Yeah.
Oh man, I gotta use that sometime if ever I'm drunk and just stumble into someone's house.
He does ask that
Why have you waited?
whoever's doing whatever to poor Flynn. There you go. Please stop. He's a good man. He doesn't deserve this.
So this is a natural
Occurrence this close to the
occurrence among
flight.
dark friends. Dark friends are known to spontaneously flail about.
Right.
If he wasn't a dark friend, he wouldn't be flailing.
So I'll look to Rafe and ask if this is true. Falk.
Am I back inside now?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you hear when you come back in, the guy's trying to plead his case that they were sitting there doing nothing, and you came in, ran in, and hit him. And now he's being yelled at for not keeping watch.
Okay. And I'll explain my case that I was watching them try and lure my friend through the front door with daggers, preparing to attack.
So,
There you have it.
What were you doing spying through the back window?
no, he tells the person next to him to take that guy into custody. He says that he may have pronounced for the Lord Dragon, but we're not brigands. So, as to your question, on the road is, we're gonna bust him out.
Attack. That guy with my sword. 17.
That's a hit.
Do you say anything? Like
Dark friend.
oh, I was gonna say like we
Have at you.
tame's not the real dragon. We saw him.
12 damage.
Don't waylay us.
Okay.
Why are you attacking us?
Don't try to waylay me either.
Let's do a
Going on
new
your
initiative.
tombstone, Justin.
This is why D&D parties are like commonly called murder hobos.
Nonsense. We have no, we're hobos.
Well, obviously we're not, and we're also lawful good.
Yeah.
So
He just admitted to conspiring to.
release a false
Release a
dragon,
false
a
dragon.
man who can channel.
Exactly. I've done the right thing.
Creators
Cho'Gath.
4.
Adina.
15.
Falk. See, now you have to go back out and explain to Adina she can start again.
I was never
24.
going to stop. I don't.
You got a what?
24.
24.
I'm still mad at Falk.
Rafe.
9.
Why?
Because you started screaming
All right.
at the White Cloak
Oh.
Falk.
headquarters.
I guess I will prepare to.
So yeah, there's a discussion happening, and then he
Cho'Gath
answers
wordlessly, pulls out his sword and
answers the
stabs the
question
guy.
of why they're on the road. He says that they were going to free Tame. Cho'Gath shouts "Dark Friend" and attacks,
Right?
and scores a pretty serious hit too. What would you like to do?
I'm going to ready in action if someone attacks me to attack first.
Attack back.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, attack back first.
No. This fits with our don't waylay me.
Yeah.
It's always a defensive attack,
Yeah.
even if it's preemptive.
Preemptive defensive attack.
So ready an attack action for
And,
if someone attacks you.
And I will actually say, just because they're tame supporters doesn't necessarily mean they're dark friends.
You're going to get Cho'Gath turning on you.
Yeah.
It may end up with one of us dying. Now.
I don't think we can take him.
Now
His
you're
blade
starting
can
to-
cut through my weaves.
You're starting to sound like a dark friend.
And Cho'Gath walks out of the house alone.
No, he walks out of the back door, runs around to the front door, and now he has flanking on you.
All right.
And it's like the Obi-Wan and Anakin scene where he's like,
So
"Waylaid me,
Well, I'll
Falk.
take a-
I trusted you."
You waylaid me.
I'll
you wanna
take
do
a
free
free
action?
action to tell him to surrender.
okay.
Surrender!
So it's Dill. He's just gonna hang out. I mean, as far as he knows, nothing's going
I
on.
regret doing that.
Adina. So
I'm going to ready an action if I see anyone that
the heat
isn't
of
one of
battle.
these yahoos.
Okay.
I'm going to fling them.
yeah, that guy didn't get back up afterwards. You guys can see he's not knocked out. He's just not willing to stand back up. His new place is on the floor. So
I live here now.
yeah.
The floor is safe.
Oh, that wasn't subdual, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. What's your dex, Rafe?
15.
Okay, so your turn.
Someone's trying to waylay you.
Right. Well, no, I'll, there's these calls for surrender, so I'll throw and intimidate into the mix.
Okay.
Let's be honest. It was one of those type of surrenders where his sword was going through him like butter.
Surrender. No, I do kind of regret.
15.
Well, regret it later when you're
okay.
old.
Yeah.
So,
Help it. I had the dice in my hand.
what would you like to add
Well, I'll just
to
tell
it?
him you can either surrender, plead your case before a magistrate, or die now at the hands of Choka.
Okay.
Although at that point, because like I was done, I'm turning around and I'm seeing this guy still flinging around. Like I'll literally drop my club. Like what?
So he's not flinging anymore. He's just
okay.
not getting up
I just
either.
missed it.
Yeah,
All right.
he's just.
Oh, you probably
He's
saw
like-
him fling.
Yeah, you
through
saw
the
him. You would have.
house.
He went right in front of you into the wall,
Okay.
and then up into the ceiling, and then into the wall again, and then he's just staying there. Not
That was a
quite sure what to do
one-react.
with him, or he's not quite sure what to do with himself. So, yeah, the commander or the guy that you attacked, he says that he
myself
yields.
Okay.
Right. But the guy that you had attacked before tries to attack you again. Doesn't bother to pull his dagger this time. He's just going to try and punch you.
Attack opportunity.
Yeah. So that'll trigger, and you also would have received an attack of opportunity.
So do I get both?
Yeah.
Do I get my ready to action and the attack? Okay.
Yeah, because like first, what would happen is your attack or your ready would go off, and then your attack opportunity.
Yeah.
would
So
go
you
off.
would take your normal action, and then when he does his action, it provokes an attack of opportunity as well.
Okay. I'll try and knock him out
Okay.
using my sword.
See if you can find him in front of a window. Oh dang!
20.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay.
Wait, is that a longsword?
Yeah.
That's critical, eh?
No, long swords are times 3 or 19
19
through
through
20.
20.
Oh, is that an 18?
Yeah.
You gotta get the improved critical.
Nah, it looked like a 19.
For 11 points of subdual damage.
Yeah, that did it.
So
So he
I'm gonna-
rushes in like wide open.
And I'll just take the butt of my sword and like pop him right in the forehead or something.
Okay. So yeah, that guy drops. No one else raises a weapon though.
Okay.
And once the
Oh dear, it looks like I'll have to make them all run out of the house.
So you're not doing subdual damage with those?
no,
So you could be
actual
killing
damage.
innocent people.
Yeah, come on. It takes a little bit to kill someone by flinging them around.
Well,
You
flung
came
that one
pretty
guy
close.
for 3d6.
What would
it's
you
like-
like to do with these
Yeah.
guys?
It'd be 4d6, I think.
46.
Well, I might
Execute him.
like
What happened to
Team
the
huddle.
regret show got?
We're lawful good.
with you three guys and be like, I think we might be in the wrong here.
Can't regret something if they can't spread the tale about it.
Like I'll tell you this, Choka,
We'll never talk about it
They were
again.
clearly gonna rob me at the very least, but
That's
They're-
a capital offense.
their intent
brigands,
isn't enough. And according to
the law,
what happened, Falk initiated this attack.
We could turn
because
them
they
into the
waylaid
army.
them.
Well,
What's
The
up?
army is just a mile or two away.
Well, I mean, yeah, we do have I guess a conspiracy, but that's not my concern.
I know, which is just turning them over to the authorities and let them.
what was
handle-
your? I'll tell the commander what was your plan for breaking him out.
And why?
Well, that was in the works. says honestly, he had to get a sense of their army before he came up with any ideas. But
And now that you've seen it, do you still think you have a chance?
well, yeah, honestly, no. Right. So I don't have that many men.
How many do you have?
How many do you have?
See, would he be secretive if you wasn't a dark friend?
No, he has another 50 men at his camp, about half a day's ride out into the forest.
Do you have any
Women
Aes
with you?
Sedai help?
No.
You got
Well-
any women?
Says that,
in your camp.
that's
Now you're trying to waylay them, so you gotta be careful with your questioning there. Right?
Well, I am sorry that I stabbed you.
Terribly sorry. It's not
just-
a matter who
My
killed
blood was
who.
up.
everybody takes the news of the dragons coming or rebirth differently.
Yeah,
I
I-
guess.
Anyway, as far as I'm concerned, what these fellows do is none of my business. Although I would advise you not to try to attack that army because you're horribly outnumbered.
Yeah, as I noticed that last night.
Okay, bye.
Run out the opposite door.
Just getting stabbed.
All right. So, I mean, that whole encounter didn't take very long, and even the trip itself out there. So, in short order, if you guys head back to the road, you can catch up to where you were.
Wow, what a crazy misunderstanding.
So when this was Tame or Logain that
This is
Tame, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. When Tame fell from his horse, it was because they saw the battle of Rand and Ishmael in the sky.
Yeah,
right?
Right.
it was, but there's still some hardcore believers in Tame.
Okay.
Not anywhere near what he had, but
I'll tell him,
yeah.
wink, wink, Tame will eventually help the real dragon, and you should join his cause. But no, I will ask him why they still support Tame as the Dragon Reborn when it was.
When you saw the real dragon.
Yeah, well, when the real Dragon Reborn was seen fighting the Dark One in the skies.
he says that the Aes Sedai that captured the Lord Dragon are obviously the ones who are at work on that, and that if you knew all the great things he did for our nation, then you wouldn't understand. You're not Saldaean.
No, I'm not, but I did see and fight alongside the heroes from the Horn of Valor.
Sure. If the Horn of Valor had
did,
been found, obviously everybody would have heard about it.
Yeah. Nobody
Rumors are
believes you.
spreading from Falmer as we speak.
Rumors from invaders.
The heroes drove the invaders back into the sea.
Some Aes Sedai trick.
Not everything is Aes
Keep
Sedai.
it going. We'll get back into a fight with
Yeah, I'm not sure I'm not really sure what I'd do when I find out we're leaving Dragonsworn.
Yeah,
Well, we
Just,
can't take them with us.
could
Oh, okay.
and turn them over to the army.
Yeah, but then that opens up the questions what we're doing.
Yeah,
I don't want to answer those.
You've already been questioned for being Dragonsworn once already.
but if I
Do
turn
you
over
really
Dragonsworn-
want? Oh, so you brought us some friends, huh? Why don't you come along too?
Could just kill them.
But no, I will actually try and convince them to
Yeah,
try to seek out the real Dragon Reborn.
there's no amount of convincing you can do for these type of people. They're fanatics, and this guy's obviously level-headed enough to understand that 50 against 260 is a fool's errand. But
So do it.
I mean, well, the
It's the
people
Lord
that are in
Dragon.
his band probably wouldn't bat an eye at it, right?
Yeah,
As they would just see it as their duty. But if you keep pushing the issue, they'll just leave at that point, if you're not going to detain them. And yeah,
Well, it's not our mission.
true. But
So
having
now
50 men throw their lives away for a hopeless cause.
their lives, like your life, mean nothing.
only Cho'Gath matters. You gonna let him go?
Well, I am. I'm not,
Cho'Gath has spoken.
I'm not going to try and cart prisoners around.
I guess my last question would be, what happened to the family that lived here?
He says that this used to be his farm.
Sense motive, Travis.
31.
Yeah, he's telling the truth. He says that his family's buried out back.
We better not
Yeah,
not
well,
tell Dill
dig
that
him
we
up.
attacked an actual farmer.
In case we're sorry to bother you, I'll just be making motions. I'll right the chair that was knocked over. Put a piece of glass in the window.
Rearrange some of the debris.
I mean, really, nobody got hurt.
Dust them off.
I got stabbed twice.
Set that one guy's
And
arm.
you almost skewered someone. And some other poor guy's been flung around like a...
Odd
a
occurrences
ragdoll.
happen
He's
this
had
close
worse
to the
than
blight.
that in a bar fight.
I doubt that. I doubt he's been flung around the room in a bar fight.
He's like a cornered animal at this point. He's just like laying as close to the ground as possible.
Eyes wide.
Right? Yeah. Just like breathing heavy, looking around. Because this is, he walked out of a door, got pulled across the room, thrown up into the ceiling, then thrown back into a wall, and then you just attacked his commander, and then just let him go.
We're probably going to get called dark friends on this one.
Yeah.
We can't
But-
have that rumor
But
spread.
no, I'll shake his hand and say, I hope you change your mind
Let's go
and
back
decide
and
not to
kill
throw your life away.
Torch
While
the
he's
farm.
shaking his hand, stab him.
His
Not fault.
hand becomes visible. No, I'm just messing with you. All right, but yeah, these guys will do come back out.
Rafe, walk in front of the window. I dare you.
Well, I think
It's all
she might actually be
reactionary.
able to
So
kill
you
Rafe.
run in front of the window
16 hit
and
points.
let's see if you can recognize him before
strictly
he.
said, okay,
No,
I'm not running
It's like
in front of
playing
the-
Russian roulette.
I'm going out the door.
20.
and he even announces it. This is Rafe, and I'm walking out the door now.
My hands are up.
My
I'm surrendering my person to the authorities.
No, well, for Rafe's part, he caught the tail end and he just thought somebody threw somebody in one direction.
Wrong game system.
What's up?
Somebody.
Oh, right. Because he literally thinks he can sense when Anaya said he was around.
Plus, like
it's like
they
a-
have fangs and stuff, claws.
It's like a Terran
Well,
ability.
you could look at it like this: that all three of them were trying to get through the door at once. That guy tripped, obviously went flying, running into the
His
wall,
physics starts screwing up.
and then he, in a surprising show of strength
And adrenaline.
and adrenaline, exactly jumped and hit the ceiling, and then you were outside for the other part, so it's all right. At least that's what you're going to tell yourself. So, yeah, I mean, within how close? Sorry, we'll kind of jump a little bit here because that'll be it for tonight. But you guys can easily find your way back to the road, and like I said, the army really hasn't gone very far. Right? They were just starting out when you guys went off the road, and this has probably been all of probably about 45 minutes. Right. So how close do you guys plan on following this army?
I think we plan to try to hook up with a merchant
Okay.
train, and they'll essentially slow our pace, and we'll just blend in with them.
Okay. So do you guys plan on waiting here until the merchants start coming by, or just more meet one on the road?
Just moving more slowly.
Okay.
till
Well,
a
then that's the
merchant
thing. You don't have
catches
to
up.
push your horse to its
Yeah.
normal pace.
Yeah.
You can slow
Yeah,
it down.
we'll just meander until merchants catch up.
But yeah, on the way back, I'll be like talking to the guys on what happened. Like, were they dark friends? No.
No,
What were they? They were dragons.
it's just a misunderstanding.
I thought
Basically, Rafe and Falk got in trouble, and I had to pull them out of it.
Did you tell her the part about you randomly stabbing someone?
No, I didn't tell her that.
so. They weren't dark friends.
No, they
I
weren't.
don't see any evidence of dark friendship.
Were they brigands?
No,
Not as far as we could tell.
What a waste of time.
there weren't. I stood eye with them, though.
There were?
Yeah. We killed them.
Easily.
Easily.
All right.
Well, that one was probably a male Chandler and didn't know how to use the power.
Obviously, yeah. He was lashing out with the one power. All right. Yeah, that's where we'll call for tonight, guys.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.